Hi guys. I made a paid service in Telegram where you will find a great collection of fanfiction audiobooks organized and regularly updated. What you get? An unlimited access to the full audiobook library. New fanfiction audiobooks added regularly. You can play audios directly from Telegram anytime. Joining our service is available through a monthly subscription of $5. You can pay using PayPal or Ko-fi. So what are you waiting for? Send me a message on Telegram or Discord. I will provide the payment details. After the payment is confirmed, you will receive access to the private Telegram channel containing all audiobooks. If you enjoy fanfiction and prefer listening instead of reading, this library is made for you. Message me anytime to join.
Chapter 1 The Succubus and 039's Clever Deception of Madara Uchiha. Chapter 1 The Thousand-Armed Succubus cleverly tricks Uchiha Madara. Under night Uchiha clan, Uchiha Madara, wearing pure black armor, gathered the remaining Uchiha people. Not long ago, the battle between Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama came to an end, which also meant that the battle between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan was officially decided. It's a pity. Not only did Uchiha Madara lose, but the Uchiha clan also lost. Senju Hashirama, this supermodel numerical monster, defeated Uchiha Madara with a slight advantage. According to the past style of the Senju clan, Uchiha Madara should have been ruthlessly killed. The remaining Uchiha clan members would also be hunted down by the Senju clan like stray dogs. But luckily the current head of the Senju clan is Senju Hashirama. He and Uchiha Madara have known each other since childhood. Even though they went into battle due to family obstacles, they still established a deep bond through repeated battles. Not only did Hashirama Senju not kill the defeated Uchiha Madara, but he wanted to revive his childhood ideal with Uchiha Madara, to build an ideal village. However, Uchiha Madara did not believe what Hashirama Senju said and was determined to die, so he asked Hashirama Senju a tricky question. Reconciliation. You must return my brother's life first. Hashirama, either you kill your brother, Senju Tobirama, or you commit suicide right now. Uchiha Madara believed that the difficult problem he raised could not be solved by Hashirama Senju at all, because in Uchiha Madara's view, Hashirama Senju would never kill his own brother. As for suicide, Uchiha Madara also did not think that Hashirama Senju would choose to commit suicide for him. However, what surprised Uchiha Madara was that Hashirama Senju was really willing to commit suicide in exchange for peace between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. Then Uchiha Madara was completely defeated. The thousand-armed succubus is so terrifying. Uchiha Madara looked at his clansmen, took a deep breath, and said slowly in a hoarse voice, "My clansmen, the battle between the Uchiha and Senju clans has come to an end. I have decided to accept the Senju clan's truce agreement and end this battle. In the future, the Uchiha clan will jointly establish a ninja village with the Senju clan." The atmosphere at the scene was unusually silent, and the Uchiha people were all surprised by Uchiha Madara's decision. Is this the end of the thousand-year blood feud? Before they died, those members of the clan who died at the hands of the Senju clan were still shouting that they wanted to completely destroy the Senju clan and that the Uchiha clan would avenge them. And what's the difference between this so-called truce agreement and a surrender agreement? A proud Uchiha will never surrender. But, ideals are full and reality is skinny. After a brief period of emotional outburst, the Uchiha people began to regain their sanity. The Uchiha clan has actually lost now. Uchiha Madara was defeated by Senju Hashirama and only survived because of his past bond with Senju Hashirama. Hashirama Senju's peerless martial arts power was enough to extinguish the resentment and fire of revenge in the hearts of the Uchiha clan members present. Right now Uchiha Makoto walked out of the depressed atmosphere. Yes, he was a time traveler. As a second-dimensional person in his previous life, he often hung out on major websites such as Bilibili, Taiba, and Zhiu, becoming a keyboard warrior on the internet. Then one day he was taken care of by a dump truck and came to this damn Naruto world. Uchiha Makoto still remembers the excitement he felt when he first traveled through time. After traveling through time, he found himself a cheater with a system on him, and then very quickly excitement turned into disappointment and even despair. This is the system. The Ninja Village Prosperity System. The more prosperous and powerful the ninja village you lead, the richer the rewards for Uchiha Makoto. System activation condition. Become the leader of a ninja village. What the hell? Become the leader of the ninja village? What kind of shitty system activation conditions are these? The timeline that Uchiha Makoto traveled through is really too early. The Konoha Part 2 village has not been established yet. Uchiha Sasuke, Uzumaki Naruto, Hyuga Hinata. These were characters that Uchiha Makoto was very familiar with in his previous life, but none of them were born. He used to stay up late to follow the anime and the plot in his previous life, but his so-called foresight is of no use at all in this timeline. The timeline he traveled to was the Warring States period. The Warring States period was a chaotic time, so chaotic that not only ninjas, but even ordinary people were practically beating their brains out. He was able to survive until now thanks to his own carefulness. Every time he went on a mission, he would gather as much intelligence as possible and prepare his ultimate detonating talisman, the Bingliang pill. Of course, the most important point, when encountering danger, be sure to protect your teammates first. So what if you have a 3 Magatama Sharingan? Uchiha Izuna was the owner of the Mangeki Sharingan, but he was still killed by Senju Tobirama. And why do you want to be the leader of a village? According to the plot, Konoha village will be established soon. The first Hokage of Konoha would be Hashirama Senju. The second Hokage, it was undoubtedly Senju Tobirama. Uchiha Madara couldn't even compete with Senju Tobirama, let alone himself. As for competing for the third Hokage, if he faced Sarutobi Hiruzen, Uchiha Makoto thought he had some chance, but that would have to wait for many years until Senju Tobirama died in the peace talks between Konoha and Kumagakure. Uchiha Makoto thinks he can't wait that long. It's okay to bully the young because they are poor, but it's not okay to bully the old because they are poor. The only way to open the system is to find a way to set up your own business, create your own ninja village. Now is the best opportunity. Lord Madara, our Uchiha clan wants to reconcile with the Senju clan and shake hands in peace. What a joke. Our fallen tribesmen are still waiting for us to avenge them. If we stop now, will the deaths of those who fought alongside us not long ago be in vain? I absolutely cannot approve of this kind of thing. Under the gaze of everyone, Uchiha Makoto walked up to Uchiha Madara and spoke indignantly. He knew that it was an inevitable trend for the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan to shake hands and make peace and jointly establish Konoha village, but in order to establish his own clan, he had to find a way to break away from the Uchiha clan. The best excuse is to take advantage of the 1000-year blood feud between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan. It would be best if a small number of Uchiha clan members could leave the Uchiha clan. The emotions of the Uchiha clan members present were once again aroused by Uchiha Makoto, and they began to cheer for him behind his back. What Uchiha Makoto said was very contagious. If Uchiha Madara was willing to lead the Uchiha clan to charge again, they were willing to follow Uchiha Madara through life and death, but Uchiha Madara is feeling very bad now, with a gloomy look on his face. He could understand the thoughts of the Uchiha people, but the family had shed too much blood. A 1000-year-old blood feud is you kill me, I kill you, and it will continue for generations to come. If I want to end it all, bloodshed may be inevitable, even if he is from my own tribe. Yes, that's right. I'm doing the right thing. The most important thing is, Hashirama, I'm afraid you would make the same choice if you faced the Senju clan members. New book begins. There are already millions of words of fine old books. Change your mind. End of this chapter. Chapter 2 Madara, have you forgotten your younger brother Izuna? Chapter 2 Madara, have you forgotten your younger brother Izuna? Hashirama, I already feel your sincerity. This is all for the Uchiha. Uchiha Madara's eyes were fixed on Uchiha Makoto in front of him. The blood feud between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan cannot continue. For the sake of long-term peace, he must suppress other voices in the family. Soon, the chakra in Uchiha Madara's body surged, and an indescribable pressure instantly fell on Uchiha Makoto. Madara-sama, have you forgotten the instructions given by Izuna-sama before her death? We must avenge him and take revenge on the Senju clan. Faced with this huge pressure, Uchiha Makoto suddenly felt under great pressure and his breathing became rapid, so he decisively talked about Uchiha Izuna. Uchiha Izuna died at the hands of Senju Tobirama. Even though Uchiha Madara was willing to give up revenge on Senju Tobirama because of Senju Hashirama, no matter what, Uchiha Izuna will always be a regret in Uchiha Madara's heart. When mentioning Uchiha Izuna, Uchiha Madara's expression changed obviously. In just a few breaths, Uchiha Makoto felt the pressure on him suddenly relieved. It really works. Uchiha Izuna has a special attack effect on Uchiha Madara, and can even offset the control of the thousand-handed succubus over Uchiha Madara. From now on, Uchiha Izuna, the tool man, must find opportunities and seize them firmly. Uchiha Makoto thought so, and then continued to look at Uchiha Madara. Now is a good time to build your own persona. It would be very difficult for him to leave the Uchiha clan and be active in the ninja world as a wandering ninja in the future. He would also have to create a ninja village. Later, when Uchiha Madara led the Uchiha clan to establish Konoha, he would always be able to use his identity to gain something in Konoha. I'm sorry. Hashirama, he was willing to sacrifice his own life for the peace between the Uchiha and Senju clans. I'm sorry, I can't help you with your revenge. Uchiha Madara took a deep breath, buried his hatred deep in his heart, glanced over Uchiha Makoto, and began his speech. My fellow tribesmen, Izuna was my dearest brother. He died at the hands of Senju Tobirama. I once vowed to avenge him and personally cut off Senju Tobirama's head to pay tribute to him at Izuna's grave. But now I have given up because it is meaningless. Killing Senju Tobirama will not bring Izuna back to life. It will only make the hatred between the Uchiha and Senju grow. We have been fighting for too long. It is time to end it all. Hashirama and I have a dream. One day, in the ninja village jointly built by the Uchiha and Senju clans, the Senju clan will be able to sit together with the Uchiha clans and talk about brotherhood. One day, the Uchiha clan will be able to change. Although you are still full of objections and oppose the decisions I have made, one day, the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan will be able to be as close as brothers and move forward hand in hand. Uchiha Madara's true emotions flowed, his voice was slow and powerful, and he painted a picture of the future for the Uchiha people present, commonly known as painting a pie in the sky. But this speech that made Uchiha Makoto feel strangely familiar did touch the Uchiha clan members present. The battle between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan lasted too long and became increasingly brutal, so brutal that even children of a few years old were forced to go to the battlefield. Young children should grow up happily and carefree under the protection of their family, instead of dying on the battlefield. If the hatred continues, their children will repeat the same mistakes. This is something that the Uchiha clan members present do not want to see. The continuous battles and constant fighting, coupled with the dire situation, were constantly fueling a growing war weariness among the Uchiha clan. If, as Madara Uchiha had suggested, the war could end and the Uchiha and Senju clans could live in peace, such an outcome wouldn't be unacceptable. Those who are alive should always look forward. The situation was reversed in an instant. Of course, this was also within Uchiha Makoto's expectations. Uchiha Madara is the patriarch of the Uchiha clan and also the strongest of the Uchiha clan. He is the leader recognized by the Uchiha clan. If he makes a decision with determination, the Uchiha clan will most likely follow it. Not to mention the current situation, which is extremely unfavorable for the Uchiha clan, leaving them with very few options. Battle reports may lie, but the battle lines will not lie. The defeat of the Uchiha clan on the front battlefield is irrefutable. Uchiha Madara, as the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, is the first to surrender and continues to fight stubbornly and launch revenge on the Senju clan. In the end, he suffers a miserable fate. The giant Buddha of Hashirama Senju and the flying thunder god of Tobirama Senju will not show mercy to the Uchiha remnants who are resisting stubbornly and have no value in uniting. Madara-sama, it seems you have made up your mind. In that case, regarding revenge, I can only. Uchiha Makoto showed a very embarrassed expression on his face. After several struggles, he was finally hard-pressed to let go of his hatred for the Senju clan. But, Madara-sama, I still don't trust the Senju clan. To gain complete trust, you have to make people think you are their friend. In short, you have to stand behind someone before you can stab them in the back. There's a villain in the Senju clan. A 1,000-year-old feud won't disappear so easily. Uchiha Makoto said this. Lord Madara, you will die a miserable death in the future. First, Hashirama Senju came up behind you quietly and stabbed you in the heart with a knife, and then Black Zetsu also came up behind you quietly and stabbed you in the heart with his hand. This can be considered as my hint and advice to you. Of course, what Uchiha Makoto said now was not directed at Hashirama Senju. Because Hashirama Senju can indeed be called a friend, the Uchiha clan can also gain the trust of Hashirama Senju. As for him stabbing Uchiha Madara in the back later, it was all mutually consensual. It can even be said to be a little interest that adds to the relationship between Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. But the Senju clan has a villain. Who is the villain? It is obvious that Tobirama Senju, this inherently evil old ghost, is a bug in the dark, always suspicious of the Uchiha clan and always harboring evil intentions. In the eyes of Senju Tobirama, the Uchiha clan is a very pathological family. The evolution of the Sharingan requires chakra born from extreme emotions. This means that the more powerful the Uchiha, the more likely they are to go to extremes, and the more extreme the Uchiha, the more powerful they are. If such an Uchiha does not receive proper guidance, he can easily become a dangerous element within the village. Such an Uchiha must be closely monitored and always kept in suspicion. Senju Tobirama will always look for opportunities, use Flying Thunder God to get on the back of such an Uchiha and carve a seal, and then give him a fierce blow when necessary. End of this chapter. Chapter 3 Uchiha Madara, you will definitely regret this. Chapter 3 Uchiha Madara, you will definitely regret this. Please add to your favorites, follow this story, and vote with your monthly tickets. If you want to gain complete trust, you have to make people think you are their friend. In short, you have to stand behind someone so that you can stab them from behind. Is there a villain in the Senju clan? Uchiha Madara couldn't help but frown at this time, and pondered over Uchiha Makoto's words in his mouth. Would someone you trust stab you in the back? Uchiha Makoto means Hashirama. Could Hashirama do such a thing to me? Do not, absolutely impossible. This is Uchiha Makoto's negative disparagement of Senju Hashirama due to his prejudice of family hatred. First of all, Hashirama, he is not that kind of person. Second, he is Hashirama, and third, I am Madara. Hashirama and Madara, for 100 years, no changes are allowed. In just a moment, Uchiha Madara denied this possibility in his mind. Hashirama would definitely not do this, but this villain would definitely do this. Are there any villains in the Senju clan? According to Hashirama, it should not exist in theory but exists objectively. So who is this villain? In another moment, the image of Senju Tobirama suddenly appeared in Uchiha Madara's mind. If it's Senju Tobirama, then this is indeed possible. But, it's just a possibility. I will personally extinguish this possibility. Uchiha Madara looked down on Senju Tobirama from the bottom of his heart, and there was only Hashirama in his eyes. In Uchiha Madara's eyes, a mere Senju Tobirama could not cause any trouble at all. Uchiha Makoto, you worry too much. I will protect the Uchiha clan. I promised Izuna myself. And I've already talked to Hashirama. He's a peace-loving person. Hashirama will definitely not condone the villains of the Senju clan. Hashirama and I will handle these matters. Uchiha Madara said this very seriously. He now truly believed in Hashirama Senju, and he also truly believed that he and Hashirama Senju could make the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan shake hands and make peace. But Uchiha Makoto just nodded perfunctorily, but he was complaining madly in his heart. Nimas. Hashirama, you only know Hashirama. Your brother Izumi said before he died that he hoped you, his brother, could avenge him. Hashirama Senju only stabbed himself with a small kunao. According to his inhuman and terrifying recovery ability, the wound would have scabbed over in a few seconds. I really don't have much to say to my love-brain self. Lord Madara, I know that you and Hashirama Senju are honest with each other and want to jointly build a ninja village belonging to the Uchiha and Senju, but this is just turning the open war into a secret fight. I know the Uchiha clan is at a disadvantage right now, but let's forget about the compromise. The ninja world is so vast, there will always be a place for our Uchiha clan. Once the ninja village is built, it will become like you and me, and I and you. The future of the Uchiha clan will be ruined here. After taking a deep breath, Uchiha Makoto decided to continue exerting his strength. Even though he knew that Uchiha Madara had been captured by the succubus Senju Hashirama, and was determined to take the Uchiha clan as a dowry to renew his relationship with Senju Hashirama, he still had to advise him not to set up a new life just for himself. The Uchiha clan, though weakened, is still a force to be reckoned with. Since Makoto Uchiha is leaving to start his own business, he genuinely wants to take a share of the family fortune with him. Even a small amount would be a valuable asset, and Makoto truly doesn't want to experience the devastation of starting out alone and facing a complete collapse. Of course, more importantly, these words of advice are actually a long-term investment. Because within a few years after Konoha was established, Uchiha Madara would break up with Hashirama Senju because of Tobirama Senju, and would eventually defect from Konoha through the main gate alone, and no Uchiha clan member would be willing to follow him. As a family patriarch, it was really too miserable for him to end up like this. At this time, who would Uchiha Madara think of? No doubt. Of course it's myself, the great prophet. Uchiha Madara turned to himself in anger and wanted to go against his former old lover Senju Hashirama. This kind of thing is very interesting and fun no matter how you think about it. And there is no need to worry that Uchiha Madara will usurp the throne. Lord Madara, he should have no interest in the position of the leader of the ninja village, otherwise he would not have left Konoha village directly. After all, if he really wanted to compete with Senju Tobirama for the position of the second Hokage, Senju Tobirama would probably not be able to compete with Uchiha Madara because the gap in hard power between Senju Tobirama and Uchiha Madara was too big. In the face of absolute power, all the conspiracies and tricks of the inherently evil Senju Tobirama are useless. Besides, it can be imagined that the second-generation leader that Konoha is looking for, a good brother named Uchiha Madara, will bring wine and meat to seek the support of Hashirama Senju, the first-generation Hokage. Then Hashirama Senju will probably raise the flag excitedly, treat Uchiha Madara Senju Hashirama, I support Uchiha Madara. He said he wanted to achieve peace in the ninja world. And the Senju Tobirama Senju Hashirama, Tobirama, you have so many people supporting you, it's enough without me. It's a pity that Uchiha Madara doesn't want to do that. He took one look at the ancestral stone tablet, and instantly believed the nonsense story on it as if he had lost his mind. He was completely deceived by the successor of Itsutsuki, the most filial son in the ninja world, and the master of thousand-year-old schemes, Black Zetsu. Therefore, Uchiha Madara's future outcome has already been determined. Lord Madara, you will definitely throw yourself into my arms. Even if Uchiha Madara wanted him to carry out the Moon Eye plan with him, Uchiha Makoto would go all in with Uchiha Madara without hesitation and accomplish great things with him. First, squeeze out some value from Uchiha Madara. By the time Madara opens his Samsara eye, he will be already very old and on the verge of death. I have a cheat. There is no reason why his development speed cannot be as fast as Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara listened to Uchiha Makoto's words without saying a word. He was thinking about Uchiha Makoto's words. It does sound reasonable, but Uchiha Madara has been captured by the thousand-armed succubus. Sensational, absolutely sensational. Now the Uchiha's affairs are mine, and the Senju's affairs are in Hashirama's hands. Hashirama and I have been frank with each other. As long as the two of us work together, there is nothing in this ninja world that we two can't accomplish. Uchiha Madara spoke, his expression seemed extremely confident, while Uchiha Makoto stood there quietly watching him pretending to be cool, looking forward to the day when he would be slapped in the face. On that day, I will also ask Uchiha Madara, Madara-sama, why didn't you find the problem in yourself if you didn't become the second Hokage? Answer me. Look in my eyes. Tell me why. Why baby why? Please collect this new book and read it. Very important. End of this chapter. Chapter 4, if a gangster doesn't use his brain, he can only be a plane in this life. Chapter 4, if a gangster doesn't use his brain, he can only be a plane in this life. Chapter 4, if a gangster doesn't use his brain, he can only be a plane in this life. the confident smile on Uchiha Madara's face grew even more intense. Now he just felt that Uchiha Makoto's advice was alarmist. The private advice can be regarded as exhortation, while Uchiha Makoto's public advice can be regarded as a challenge to Uchiha Madara's personal authority. However, Uchiha Madara doesn't care about this at all. This is both a trust in Hashirama Senju and confidence in his own strength. He is the proudest Uchiha. The ninja world is so big that it values Hashirama Senju alone. As long as Hashirama Senju supports him and they in the future to establish a ninja village and combine their strength, they will surely be able to realize the ideals they promised together in their childhood. But the mystery of fate is really hard to describe in words. People always have unrealistic fantasies about their own white moonlight. After Konoha was established, Hashirama Senju changed his mind. Uchiha Madara is still the same Uchiha Madara, but Senju Hashirama has become the first Hokage. He firmly believes that as long as he protects the village, he is protecting people, ninjas and children. So in the eyes of the first Hokage, no matter it is the so-called father-son relationship, or the brotherly relationship, as long as it endangers the future of Konoha, it must be eliminated. As Senju Hashirama said, no matter if they are my friends, brothers, or even my children, as long as they dare to be the enemy of the village, I will never let them go. Since Master Madara has made up his mind and made his choice, I have nothing more to say. I will obey Madara-sama's wishes and no longer seek revenge on the Senju clan, but I will not establish a ninja village with the Senju clan. I choose to leave the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Makoto was too lazy to continue arguing with Uchiha Madara about the Senju clan. You can't teach it by others, but you can teach it once and for all. When Uchiha Madara feels the stab in the back and his clansmen are unwilling to follow him, he will understand how prescient what he said today was. So that's what you think. I understand. The Uchiha nodded. He didn't say much about Uchiha Makoto's thoughts. The hatred accumulated between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan over thousands of years is countless. It's not just the Senju and Uchiha clans, other ninja families are the same. In the Warring States period, there was even an unspoken rule that ninjas were never allowed to reveal their surnames when going out, otherwise you might be unlucky enough to meet ninjas from a rival family. The fate of such an unlucky person is self-evident. The cost of training a ninja is not low. As the saying goes, it is better to weaken the enemy than to strengthen yourself. Ninjas from rival families are very willing to find such an opportunity to make a move. If you want to leave the Uchiha clan, I can give you some money and let you leave. Uchiha Madara saw Uchiha Makoto's determination and did not try to keep him. He even offered to give Uchiha Makoto some money to leave the family. Wandering the ninja world alone is an extremely dangerous thing. If you don't have any money on you, it's possible that even a penny can stump a hero. However, regarding this point, Uchiha Madara underestimated Uchiha Makoto a bit. Well, no, it should be said that he overestimated Uchiha Makoto's bottom line. Every country has its laws, and every industry has its rules. The Uchiha clan has been passed down in the ninja world for thousands of years, and the Uchiha family name passed down from generation to generation is even more resounding throughout the ninja world. They are a well-known and powerful family in the ninja world. Therefore, Uchiha Madara himself, and even the entire Uchiha clan, are actually very rule-abiding. When purchasing kunao, secret medicine for shuriken training, and daily supplies for the family, he paid for every penny. He would never do such things as forcing others to buy or sell, or taking advantage of his power to get something for free. The arrogant Uchiha really valued his reputation, but Uchiha Makoto is different. This time he was going out to start a business, and he wanted to establish a ninja village on his own like Orochimaru did. The Uchiha clan had long passed the period of primitive capital accumulation, and Uchiha Makoto was about to go through this difficult, sinful and bloody period. Ask yourself, which big company was not tainted with gray or even black when it started out? A certain courageous company even dared to issue tokens that were equivalent to the benchmark currency, and it was the kind that could be exchanged one-to-one. Although it was later hit with an iron fist of sanctions, it did not prevent it from becoming a giant in the internet industry. As long as I can clean myself up and get out of this later, it's fine. Uchiha Makoto actually doesn't mind using his strength to do a little dirty work. Of course Uchiha Makoto would never imitate Kakuzu and foolishly do bounty missions to make money. If a gangster doesn't use his brain, he can only be a plane in this life. If he wants to make big money, he has to do business like Jimmy. Collusion between officials and businessmen, buying low and selling high are just common practices. In Uchiha Makoto's blueprint, you must first make the first money, then start a company and invest in a certain industry, then use force to start a monopoly to obtain high monopoly profits, then open a bank, absorb deposits from the private sector, and then borrow money from the bank in the name of the company, expand the company's scale, obtain more profits, and finally feed back to the bank. Repeat the cycle to achieve the goal of stepping on the left foot with the right foot and spiraling to the sky. This approach does have a bit of risk. After all, for any company, expanding production scale can be considered a gamble, and the bosses who lose the gamble are not uncommon. But Uchiha Makoto has a way to deal with it. If any problems arise in the company, resulting in a lack of funds, the company must be liquidated immediately. Either all the bad debt assets must be sold to the resentful parties, or bankruptcy must be declared directly, the bad debts must be abandoned, and the money must be absconded with. Although this way of playing is a little bit beastly, but making money must be making money. In this treacherous ninja world, a ninja can be condemned by his conscience for his entire life, but he must never suffer from hardship and poverty for his entire life. Otherwise, wouldn't it be a waste of time to be a ninja? Those ninja families are really not smart at all. Thousands of years have passed, and they are still making money by completing missions. Even Hashirama Senju, who was already a progressive figure, established the strongest village in the ninja world, Konoha Village. He only reasonably divided the task levels and wanted to assign corresponding tasks to the ninjas according to their abilities and strengths. He did not change the underlying survival logic of the ninjas at all. Ninjas accepted tasks to survive, and sooner or later, they would die somewhere in the ninja world. Uchiha Makoto has greater ideals. If a ninja village is to be built, it must be the biggest. If it is to make money, it must be the most and easiest. Uchiha Madara is now willing to give him a sum of money to leave the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Makoto is very happy, but he is only willing to give him a sum of money, which Uchiha Makoto does not like. Whether it is the 21st century or the ninja village, what is the most expensive? No doubt. That's talent. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. On that day, not a single member of my clan was willing to follow me, Uchiha Makoto. Chapter 5. That day, not a single member of my clan was willing to follow me, Uchiha Makoto. Please continue reading. Talent is hard to come by if you want to build a ninja village. Money is very important. Well, it is very important. It is very, very important. Even the god of ninja, Hashirama Senju, had to seek sponsorship everywhere for the village's funding. But for a ninja village, the most important thing is a group of capable ninjas. Uchiha Makoto knew this very well. The so-called ninja village is a village where ninjas gather. However, the cost and time required to train a ninja from scratch are too high, so it is most cost-effective to use a ready-made one. Although the Uchiha clan has been beaten and fled in panic by the Senju clan, after all, the Senju clan's top combat force, Hashirama Senju, is an overmodel monster and cannot be treated with common sense. This is a problem that no one can solve. In front of the Senju clan, the Uchiha clan is at a disadvantage. But if we put aside Hashirama Senju, the Uchiha clan could continue to fight the Senju clan for another 1,000 years. And facing the other families in the ninja world, Humph, have you ever seen the Uchiha clan's Sharingan? If you don't kneel down and surrender, believe it or not, I will let you fly. So, compared to money, Uchiha Makoto wants people, even if they are small-time genin, or even Uchiha clan members who have not opened the Sharingan. Uchiha Makoto wants them all. Master Madara, I believe I am not the only one in the family who thinks this way. If they want to go with me too. Uchiha Makoto began his dangerous exploration. If this behavior is taken too far, Uchiha Madara can completely characterize Uchiha Makoto's behavior as splitting the Uchiha. Its heart is awkward. However, considering Uchiha Madara's usual style, there will be a series of bold moves in the future. Whether as a clan leader or an organization leader, his operations were no different from those of a humanoid machine. After only a few years of joining Konoha, Madara Uchiha lost control of the clan, defecting to Konoha with no one willing to follow him. Later, he transformed himself into the ninja world's ultimate boss, manipulating the situation from behind the scenes. His subordinates were all traitors, therefore, Uchiha Makoto thought he could give it a try. Uchiha Madara did not look like a king. He might be arrogant enough to see through his intentions, but he didn't care at all. Is that really the case? I do not think so. Uchiha Madara glanced at Uchiha Makoto. In his eyes, Uchiha Makoto was still just a brat who was still wet behind the ears and was immersed in the 1,000-year-old hatred between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan and could not break free. And he has seen the future. My eyes are on you. I can see further down the road than you can. As Uchiha Madara said this, thick and heavy chakra emanated from his body, and his Manjiki Sharingan opened unconsciously. Everyone, I am the head of the Uchiha clan and the most powerful ninja of the Uchiha clan. My eyes have seen the future. Together with Hashirama Senju, I will end the generations-old hatred between the Uchiha and Senju clans. Together, I will build a village unlike any other. Together, I will quell the chaos of war. In the village that Hashirama Senju and I build, no child of the Senju or Uchiha clan will ever again go to the battlefield. Uchiha Madara's voice echoed throughout the room. As the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, his prestige is naturally needless to say. The passionate and empty talk completely satisfied the Uchiha clan members present. The remaining Uchiha clan members did not have Uchiha Makoto's god's perspective, and they could not see the tragic future of the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Madara was marginalized and defected, and the second-generation Hokage Senju Tobirama set the tone for the Uchiha clan to be unable to enter the core of Konoha's power, and thus step by step they walked towards the abyss of genocide. So, are you willing to follow me towards a bright new future, or leave your clan and wander the ninja world with Uchiha Makoto? Uchiha Madara arrogantly gave Uchiha Makoto what he wanted, but there was a slight deviation in the process. Uchiha Madara is born evil. Who told you to give a speech to the Uchiha clan with your Mangeki Sharingan? Don't you know that the Mangeki Sharingan has a special attack effect on the Uchiha clan? Uchiha Makoto cursed Uchiha Madara over and over again in his heart. With you, there is a new and bright future. With me, we will wander around the ninja world together. Snort, 30 years in Hidong, 30 years in Hexi, don't bully young people into poverty, one day, Uchiha Madara. You will definitely regret it. Bang. Door of the heart. The Uchiha clan members present couldn't help but start to enjoy the future described by Uchiha Madara, where the strongest of the Uchiha clan and the strongest of the Senju clan joined forces. Uchiha Madara's 100-meter-tall Susanoo Titan and Senju Hashirama's 100-meter-tall Wooden Man Arhat, their unstoppable power was still vivid in their minds. Is there anything in this ninja world that these two can't do? No. Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara. Quickly the Uchiha clan members present couldn't help but call out Uchiha Madara's name, and Uchiha Madara opened his arms and enjoyed the cheers of his clan members. Uchiha Makoto stood there alone for a while, looking like a minion. I never thought that I would experience what Uchiha Madara would experience in the future before he did. No one in the Uchiha clan trusts me, no one is my companion, no one is willing to follow me. What a devastating start for a commander without any troops. Uchiha Makoto was somewhat helpless. At this time, if he wanted to compete with Uchiha Madara for family prestige, he would be overestimating his own abilities. Don't forget about Hashirama Senju. Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. Amidst a feeling of loss, Uchiha Makoto resolutely joined Senju Hashirama amidst the waves of loud and repetitive slogans. The Uchiha paused. That's right, the beautiful future is created by Hashirama and I. Uchiha Madara also heard this discordant sound, but he was so busy enjoying the cheers of his clansmen that he didn't hear the source of the sound. But that's not important, this is very well said. Who said that? The patriarch likes you very much, Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. How nice these two names sound together. Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. The Uchiha clan members looked at each other, feeling that it was not a good idea to add Hashirama Senju's name at this time. Unfortunately, Uchiha Madara was the first to confirm this voice. So the slogan became Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama, and it was repeated over and over again. End of this chapter. Chapter 6, The Threat of Hashirama. Chapter 6, The Threat Theory of Hashirama Senju. A few days later, Uchiha Makoto packed his luggage and left the Uchiha clan alone. That morning some of the tribesmen also saw him off. This treatment is much better than the future Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Makoto comforted himself like this. In his arms, he still had the money given to him by Uchiha Madara, a total of 10 million taels. In all fairness, Uchiha Madara was not bad to Uchiha Makoto, and his treatment could be said to be very generous. According to the mission level classification defined by Konoha in the future, only those high-difficulty S-level missions that require the participation of a team of senior ninjas will be given commissions of millions. 10 million Ryo is equal to 10 S-level missions. For Uchiha Makoto, 10 million Ryo is a huge sum of money, and it can even be said that he became rich overnight. But this is far from enough. If you want to build a ninja village, the funds required must be in the billions. In order to raise such a huge amount of funds, if Uchiha Makoto just follows the conventional thinking to complete tasks and collect funds, he will not be able to earn that much money even if he works himself to death. So, after much deliberation, Uchiha Makoto decided that he needed a financial backer. Ahem. He needed an angel investor who was kind-hearted and charitable. However, Uchiha Makoto has homework to copy on this point. In the future ninja world, behind every ninja village there is an angel investor who provides money for the ninja village framework. The angel investor of Konoha is the land of fire, the financial backer of Sand Village is the land of wind, and the financial backer of Iwagakur is the land of earth. Of course, every gift from fate is not free. The daimyos of various countries pay money to the ninja villages on time, and the ninja villages also need to be loyal to the daimyos, protect their personal safety, and defend their rule. The daimyo needed the power of the ninja. After all, where there is oppression, there is resistance. The nobles in the ninja world have always been indifferent. The common people who are about to starve to death will not wait for death honestly. It is not uncommon for the unruly people to riot and challenge the rule of the nobles, but they are suppressed by the ninja every time. I need an angel investor. Uchiha Makoto decided to copy Konoha's homework, and then he opened the map he carried with him. If you want to find a sponsor, you must find a big sponsor. Small countries will be passed directly first, the Kingdom of Wind. Yellow sand is everywhere, the population is sparse, the country is weak and the people are poor. Pass it, this rotten place is not suitable for human survival at all. The wind blows and you can eat a mouthful of sand. Uchiha Makoto doesn't want to build a ninja village in the desert. The land of water. It's too far away, with a large sea in the middle. If we build a ninja village in this place far away from the mainland, it will only become a troublemaker in the ninja world. It's temporarily listed as a spare tire. The land of earth is good, the land of thunder is also okay. The Fire Nation is the best choice. After much deliberation, Uchiha Makoto decided to attack the Land of Fire before Konoha. The Fire Country has a unique geographical location, located in the center of the ninja world, with the most fertile land and the cheapest, well, abundant human resources. It would be great if we could get the support of the Fire Nation Daimyo. As for the future of Konoha, can't such a vast land of fire accommodate 2 ninja villages? Isn't this a disparagement of the Fire Nation's Daimyo? Moreover, Hashirama Senju is a well-known good guy, and good guys are always pointed at with guns. Just be a little careful of Senju Tobirama. Uchiha Makoto thought so and then shook his head. He was thinking too far ahead. First he had to convince the daimyo of the Land of Fire to become his angel investor. This was a big hurdle in front of him. Uchiha Makoto already has some ideas on how to convince the daimyo of the Land of Fire. The implementation mainly needs to revolve around one center. The threat theory of Hashirama Senju. Q. What is the daimyo most worried about? A. The ninjas are too powerful, threatening their rule. The ninja world created by the old thief Kishimoto is deformed. The ninjas who possess military power do not have the highest power, but have always been in a political low point. A truly bizarre worldview. Ninjas were used as tools, ninja families fought endlessly for the pursuit of missions, and the daimyo lived behind the scenes. The rules of the ninja world lasted for thousands of years, with occasional small waves in the middle, but they did not cause any waves. But it is different now. This rule has been greatly challenged. The power of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha is so strong that any one of them can wipe out the entire ninja world. In the past 1,000 years, the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan had produced extremely powerful ninjas at one time or another, but this was the first time that ninjas as powerful as Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara appeared. The two of them should be the strongest pair among the reincarnations of Ashura and Indra. It can even be said that their power is infinitely close to that of Ashura and Indra themselves. But if only that was it. Because according to the tradition that has lasted for thousands of years, the reincarnations of Ashura and Indra should be entangled for the rest of their lives, fighting each other until the last moment of their lives, and have no time to care about other things in the ninja world. The daimyos only needed to assign tasks to the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan step by step, but now it is different. This generation's reincarnations of Ashura and Indra, Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara, temporarily broke their fate, gave up the 1,000-year-long struggle, and planned to join hands to move towards a new future and establish a ninja village belonging to the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. Once this happens, how can daimyo sleep well? The two strongest men in the ninja world united to establish a ninja village together and wanted to achieve peace in the ninja world. Daimyo, what the hell, what on earth do you two want to do? Just thinking about this kind of thing would make the daimyos feel a chill down their spines and become restless. Even though Hashirama Senju, this simple and naive good guy, had never thought of overthrowing the rule of the daimyo, this kind of thing is not a question of whether you want to do it or not. It's a question of whether you can. Han Xian, the Marquis of Huiyin, was an honest man back then and had no intention of rebelling. However, he was still strangled to death by people sent by Empress L and died at the hands of a woman. And in this ninja world, the daimyo is in an even more dangerous situation, and they can be said to have no power to resist at all. As long as Hashirama Senju is determined to change the ninja world, no one can stop him. Although doing this may seem like persecuting an honest person, I'm sorry, Senju Hashirama. I really want to improve. Uchiha Makoto said this, and then wrote down the content of Senju Hashirama Threat Theory on the paper. End of this chapter. Chapter 7 Gods on Earth, Where are the Mortals? Chapter 7 Gods on Earth, Where are the Mortals? Please add to your favorites, vote with monthly tickets, and keep reading. While Uchiha Makoto was perfecting the content of the Senju Hashirama Threat Theory, he was heading towards the capital of the Land of Fire. There were no accidents along the way. He just encountered a few tactless robbers. Uchiha Makoto had no choice but to rob them of everything. After more than 10 days of travel, Uchiha Makoto arrived at the capital of the Land of Fire. With anticipation Uchiha Makoto saw a towering giant city, worthy of being the most powerful country in the ninja world. The ninja world has been in constant war for a long time. Compared with the cities he passed by along the way, the capital can be described as a state of vitality and prosperity. But the world is never bright. To maintain this bright and beautiful capital, someone always has to pay the price. If you feel that you are moving forward with a heavy burden, then there must be someone who is ensuring your peaceful life. Uchiha Makoto did not waste time sighing. He didn't even have time to eat and walked straight towards the palace where the daimyo lived. The palace is heavily guarded, with elite troops stationed nearby. This is certainly not to guard against ninjas, but to guard against unruly people. If a group of hungry and desperate people appear, raise banners to mislead the people, gather in groups, and finally accidentally attack the capital, it will be a terrible thing. Even if such unrest can eventually be quelled, the daimyo of the Land of Fire still has to maintain his dignity. When the Holy Lord ruled the world, the country was peaceful and prosperous, and the capital was the best place. The unruly people were causing chaos under his nose, which was simply a slap in his face. The daimyos of other countries would seize this opportunity to laugh at him. Therefore, even though these elite legions formed by ordinary people cannot deal with ninjas, they are necessary to exist. The Fire Country Daimyo has his own elite ninjas who are responsible for protecting him. Every daimyo stands at the top of the pyramid of power and wealth. For them, hiring ninjas to protect them 24 hours a day is easy, and the cost is not worth mentioning. If possible, the daimyos would even be willing to spend a lot of money to train a group of ninjas themselves. The daimyo was high and mighty, firmly suppressing the ninjas. However, the fear hidden in their souls for thousands of years, which they never even mentioned, always existed like a leech attached to their bones. Strength is like the king's sword, and the hilt of this sword has always been held in the hands of the ninja, not the daimyo. However, the daimyo have tried many times to train their own ninjas, but all of them failed without exception. Because when it comes to core technologies, such as the secret techniques of ninjutsu, the ninja family would rather let them rot in their hands than sell them, no matter how much money is offered. Stop idlers. As he approached the palace complex, Uchiha Makoto heard the guards scolding him. It is a royal place, let alone entering it, ordinary people are not qualified to get close to it. When faced with unruly people, the guards really dare to kill people. Faced with the arrogant guards, Uchiha Makoto had thought about sneaking into the palace, because this group of guards composed of ordinary people could not stop him at all. But considering that I came to the land of fire this time to seek sponsorship, I can't meet the daimyo in this way. It's better to wait until later to try this kind of arrogant behavior. So Uchiha Makoto obediently handed over his visiting card. Under the guard's questioning gaze, Uchiha Makoto showed him the Uchiha clan's Sharingan, and then amidst the guard's screams of horror, the guard finally confirmed that Uchiha Makoto was indeed a genuine member of the Uchiha clan. The rumor that there were Magatama rolling in the Uchiha's scarlet eyes, and that one would fall into an illusion just by looking at each other was true. I have to admit that the name of the Uchiha clan is really effective. If it were an ordinary ninja, he would probably be driven away by the guards in front of him. So what if he was a ninja? I am the daimyo's dog. Ahem, the daimyo's guard. But the Uchiha clan is different. The reputation of the Uchiha clan is known to everyone in the ninja world. Even the daimyo have to maintain good relations with the Uchiha clan. As everyone knows, unlike the Senju clan, the Uchiha clan is not prone to producing extreme, ruthless individuals with cruel hands and black hearts. They are truly willing to fight at the slightest provocation. The guard crawled to find his superior and reported the situation. Soon, a fat attendant walked out of the palace gate. Uchiha-sama, please follow me. Led by the servant, Uchiha Makoto was taken to a reception room and sat down. Waited about half an hour. Uchiha Makoto finally saw his target this time, the daimyo of the land of fire. It's been a long time since the Uchiha clan sent anyone to visit. Quick, serve tea. The daimyo had an eager look on his face and asked the servant beside him to add more water to Uchiha Makoto's cup. Thank you, your highness. Uchiha Makoto introduced himself, and after a brief greeting, the two chatted casually. The atmosphere seemed pretty good. The daimyo began to inquire about the recent situation of the Uchiha clan. This is something he has always cared about. The daimyo was well aware of the grievances and hatreds between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan, especially in recent times. The war between the Uchiha clan and the new generation of the Senju clan had entered a white-hot stage. Due to the long distance between them and the backward channels for transmitting information, the daimyo had no way of obtaining first-hand information. According to the information held by the daimyo, the patriarch of the Senju clan, Hashirama Senju, and the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, Madara Uchiha, have been fighting constantly in the past few years. But Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama didn't give him the feeling of being human. As a daimyo, he had seen powerful ninjas before, but the strength of Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama was far beyond the power that ordinary ninjas could unleash. According to intelligence, the most serious battle between the two of them even affected an area of thousands of miles. From afar, wooden dragons were flying, giants were glaring, and mountains were being split by swords. All kinds of exaggerated and unbelievable scenes subverted the daimyo's imagination, and the aftermath of the battle between Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama turned everything around into a white ground. When such news came back, the daimyo even suspected that the intelligence was false. Can humans control such power? It's simply horrifying. What kind of power is this? Even calling them gods is no more than that. Two ninjas who are worthy of being called gods have appeared in the ninja world. How can you make the daimyo and others who claim to be the rulers of the ninja world feel at ease? Hearing the daimyo's rather anxious question, Uchiha Makoto smiled. It's time to apply eye drops. About updates. The experiments have been getting busier recently. Graduate students do not have summer vacation. Ugh, but I just updated a little late. Why are people saying that I'm a eunuch? End of this chapter. IN 039LL set a fixed update time for Chapter 8, partly to keep myself on track. I'll set a fixed update schedule for Chapter 8, as a way to keep myself motivated. Updated at 7:30 p.m. If it wasn't this time, it would mean I had been a slave in the lab all day. It can only be updated around 11 p.m. End of this chapter. Chapter 9 Uchiha Madara Hashirama, you have disgraced 8 generations of your ancestors. Chapter 9 Uchiha Madara, Senju Hashirama, you have disgraced your ancestors for 18 generations. Do ninjas have ambitions? Do ninjas really want to rebel? Can his rule last forever? These are the things that the daimyo of the Land of Fire are extremely worried about. In order to maintain their rule, the daimyo have spared no effort to prepare a cage of thought for the ninjas, the ninja tool theory. Ninjas who are poisoned by this kind of thinking will do their best to complete the tasks assigned by their employers without thinking about the meaning behind the tasks. But even though reality has been distorted into what the daimyo wants to see, it still cannot change the daimyo's nature. They are just a group of paper tigers who appear to be superior on the surface, but in fact they only have power but no strength. As long as there is a powerful ninja who is willing to risk the world's condemnation, it is enough to pull them down from the altar. Even if Hashirama Senju did not do such a thing, as time passed, the era of the ninja clan entered the era of the ninja village. The power of the ninja leader was centralized and strengthened, and the Kage could puppet the daimyo, and a renegade ninja who defected from a major ninja village could easily conquer a small country. At that time, the ninjas will naturally discover some interesting things. Uchiha Makoto is very clear about the future direction and the current thoughts of the Fire Country daimyo. Your Highness, the battle between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan has completely ended. The Fire Country daimyo's expression froze for a moment, then he revealed a look of surprise. Is it over? It's completely over. Uchiha Makoto emphasized his tone. What exactly is going on? As a daimyo, he was very familiar with the relationship between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan. The Senju clan and the Uchiha clan had a 1,000-year-old feud and had been fighting each other until now. Now the battle between the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan is completely over. What a joke. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Could it be that the Uchiha clan won the final victory and wiped out the Senju clan? Or is it the Senju clan? This is what the Fire Nation daimyo is thinking right now. If the battle between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan could be completely ended, there would be only one possibility. One of the clans completely disappeared from the ninja world. From a certain perspective, the Fire Country daimyo was indeed not wrong. After all, after the establishment of Konoha, the struggle between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan never stopped. Instead, they fought more deeply and secretly for the position of Hokage until the Senju clan was wiped out first. The Senju clan ended the fight while the Uchiha clan continued to fight with the spokesperson of the Senju clans until the Uchiha clan was wiped out. As for the possibility that the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan would give up their 1,000-year-old feud and shake hands in peace never even occurred to the daimyo of the Land of Fire. Shake hands and make peace, how could this happen? But this kind of thing just happened. Very dark humor. Uchiha Makoto talked about what happened recently, ignoring the negative news that the Uchiha clan was suppressed by the Senju clan. After all, the Uchiha clan is missing Uchiha Izuna, and the old coin Senju Tobirama still has a special attack effect on the Uchiha clan. In order to maintain the balance of the game, it is recommended to ban Senju Tobirama directly. The most important and worth emphasizing is that the 1,000-armed succubus, Senju Hashirama did not hesitate to stab himself with a kunai and threaten to die. Finally, Uchiha Madara believed his sincerity and achieved the century-long reconciliation between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. In exchange for peace between the Senju and Uchiha clans, Hashirama stabbed himself with a kunai in an attempt to commit suicide. That's right. Are you sure that kunai can really hurt Senju Hashirama? The daimyo of the Land of Fire had heard of Hashirama Senju's recovery ability. It was an inhuman recovery ability. The cliqued tale of lying on ice to catch carp was something the Fire Country daimyo had seen enough of. Therefore, he expressed skepticism about Hashirama Senju's suicide attempt. Speak. Hashirama Senju, you big-eyed, thick-browed fellow, were you putting on a show? Well, at least Madara-sama thinks it's okay. Uchiha Makoto paused for a moment. He actually didn't know the answer to this question. But this question is not important at all. It's like a few days before the wedding, your girlfriend goes out to get a room with a strange man and stays in the room for the whole night. Did my girlfriend have sex with this man? Is this question important? Unimportant. What matters is your attitude. If you believe that your girlfriend is a virgin, then even if something happens and you are accused of cheating, you will not care and you will still marry your girlfriend. But if you don't believe it, even if your girlfriend is a virgin, you won't marry her. Believe in the power of belief. It doesn't matter whether Hashirama Senju can kill himself with a kunai, what matters is that Uchiha Madara thinks he can. Uchiha Makoto explained. The daimyo of the Fire Nation was persuaded and no longer worried about the kunai issue. This is really cause for celebration. The daimyo of the Land of Fire was stunned for a while, digesting the news about Uchiha Makoto in his mind. After confirming the authenticity of the matter again and again, he uttered a few words. But his heart was filled with mixed feelings and bitterness. The power of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha is enough to subvert the entire ninja world. But this is not something that cannot be solved. The ninja world has been at war for so many years, and conflicts have been going on among the ninja clans for resources and the number of missions. The daimyos also hope to take advantage of this and make the ninja clans hate each other and consume each other. They can hide behind the scenes as if nothing has happened. The Senju clan and the Uchiha clan are the most obvious examples. The best way to solve the problem of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha is to let heroes deal with heroes, and let heroes deal with heroes. Let Madara Uchiha deal with Hashirama Senju. If things develop in the direction that Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama continue the fine tradition of their ancestors, they will fight until the last moment of their lives. This of course couldn't be better. But the worst thing happened. Damn, the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan reconciled? You actually reconciled, how can such a thing be allowed? To realize my childhood dreams, to prevent my children from going to the battlefield, and also for peace in the ninja world, what a bullshit bloodline ninja clan, peace in the ninja world, just for the sake of peace in the ninja world. This is a slogan that was left over by us daimyos, but you two are holding it in your mouths like a treasure. You have brought shame to your Senju clan / Uchiha clan's ancestors for 18 generations. End of this chapter. Chapter 10 Uchiha Makoto, a true member of the Uchiha Plain Yellow Banner clan. Chapter 10 Uchiha Makoto, a true member of the Uchiha Plain Yellow Banner clan. Please add to your favorites, follow the story, and vote with monthly tickets. The Senju clan and the Uchiha clan were already strong. They could even be said to be the top and most powerful bloodline ninja clan in the ninja world. Now they are shaking hands and making peace. This is really scary. There are also Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha. The daimyo thought of a lot of things at once about the strength of these two ninjas, and even thought about it in the long term. So daimyo is in a bad mood right now. Well, it would be more accurate to say very bad. But the daimyo couldn't show it immediately, because Uchiha Makoto was still in front of him. Uchiha Makoto was also a member of the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan and the Senju clan shook hands and made peace and gave up the war. He should be happy about it. After all, it seems that Uchiha Makoto is not a born killer. At a young age, he likes to kill people with kunao and shuriken on the battlefield. If you kill someone today, you may be killed tomorrow. Who doesn't want to live longer? Uchiha Makoto looked at the daimyo's stiff smile, smiled, and then teased. Your Highness, there seems to be something wrong with your expression. Are you feeling unwell? Do you need a medical ninja to diagnose you? He clearly wanted the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan to fight each other until rivers of blood flowed, until all the clan members were decimated, and until both clans died out, but now he had to speak politely against his will. This is dirty politics. No need. I just didn't sleep well last night. Faced with Uchiha Makoto's sudden concern, the daimyo of the Land of Fire could only respond perfunctorily. Oh, then your Highness must take care of yourself. The future of the Fire Nation rests on your shoulders, your Highness. Uchiha Makoto has a high level of ideological awareness. Now, no matter which mountain I go to, I have to sing the folk songs of that mountain. Now we can put a little more weight on the shoulders of the Fire Nation daimyo. I will help the Ming share these burdens when I am stronger in the future. Now is not the time. The daimyo's expression became much better after being comforted by Uchiha Makoto's words. That's right. The Fire Nation rests on my shoulders, Uchiha Makoto. Your ideological awareness is higher than I thought. The daimyo couldn't help but look at Uchiha Makoto differently. The originally gloomy atmosphere also eased a little. Not only that. Hashirama Senju has a grand idea. Hashirama Senju plans to join forces with Madara-sama to establish a ninja village for ninjas, uniting all the ninja clans in the ninja world. Ultimately, he will sweep the ninja world clean. Re-establish order in the ninja world. Uchiha Makoto did not forget the main business and started today's business, to deceive the honest man, Hashirama Senju. Of course, Uchiha Makoto did not make up rumors about Senju Hashirama at will. This is indeed Hashirama Senju's ideal, to establish a ninja village, recruit ninja clans, and conquer the ninja world. Well, this doesn't seem to be the ideal of the plus version. Uchiha Makoto was drawing the blueprint of Senju Hashirama and kept talking. However, these words became extremely harsh in the ears of the Fire Country daimyo. They had to establish a ninja village to accommodate the ninja clans in the world, and also to wipe out the ninja world. The daimyo of the Land of Fire had no doubt about the abilities of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha. As long as the two of them joined forces, they could accomplish these three things. For Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama, Susanoo Daibutsu, the two of them leveled the ninja world, and this is not just a simple joke. To be honest, it only takes minutes to wipe out the ninja world, not a week. 3 days. Unifying the ninja world is an easy task. So easy. But why didn't Hashirama Senju do this? Because he was kind, he wanted peace in the ninja world, not to become the ruler of the ninja world. However, the daimyo of the Land of Fire wouldn't think that way. First, he'd establish an organization, then build a ninja village, then recruit soldiers and gather the ninja clan. Finally, conquer the world. Isn't this the 3P set for treason? Senju Hashirama, what exactly do you want to do? We also need to re-establish the order of the ninja world. Are you fighting for peace in the ninja world? I'm embarrassed to point you out. You are obviously coveting my clothes, you are so despicable. Damn it, can you come up with a better excuse? Is it so naked? You ninjas have united together, and with you as the leader, you have become a community of shared interests. So from now on, who has the final say in the ninja world, us daimyo and nobles, or you ninjas? Horrible, it's really terrible. Senju Hashirama, you are so scary. As a political creature, the Fire Nation daimyo is instinctively sensitive to these things. Because some things are not about whether you want to do them or whether you can do them, but will come naturally as things develop and change. Power will take the initiative to find a master who is more suitable for itself. The robe that symbolizes the authority of the daimyo will inexplicably be worn by Hashirama Senju. Whether Hashirama Senju is willing or not, there will be wise ministers who will help him solve the obstacles of the daimyo. That's a really great idea. The daimyo involuntarily clenched the handles of the chair beside him, then spoke to Uchiha Makoto with a forced smile. Outside the window, the sky gradually darkened. A ray of sunset hung in the sky. But he felt that he didn't need to sleep tonight because he couldn't sleep at all. The smile on Uchiha Makoto's face grew brighter. He knew that his goal had been achieved. The more wary and fearful the Fire Country daimyo is of the Senju and Uchiha clans shaking hands and making peace, the more advantageous it will be for him. Your Highness, it seems that you agree with this kind of thing. Well, I have a slightly different idea. As daimyo said this, he shook his head repeatedly, with the same frequency as a rattle. Did he agree with Senju Hashirama to establish a ninja village, gather the ninja clans, and eventually wipe out the ninja world? Unless he's crazy, our daimyo's diplomatic goal has not changed in the past 1,000 years, to create a divided ninja world. Let the Uzumaki clan and the Senju clan join forces to deal with the Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan and the Uchiha clan unite and fight against each other, and there are also the Kagaya clan and the Kurama clan. In short, divide the ninja world. Your Highness, I actually think so too. I also have a different opinion on the alliance between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Makoto nodded and said this to the daimyo of the Land of Fire. When the Fire Country daimyo heard Uchiha Makoto's words, his big eyes immediately lit up. He couldn't help but look forward to what Uchiha Makoto would say next. As a pure Uchiha clan member, I believe it is impossible for the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan to truly give up their 1,000-year-old feud and shake hands in peace. This is simply nonsense. The daimyo immediately nodded involuntarily. Take a look. What Uchiha Makoto said was so authentic. These are the members of the Uchiha Plain Yellow Banner clan. The Senju clan, they are heterodox, they must all be burned to death. Damn it, yesterday's chapter was reviewed and some content was deleted, so it is less than 2,000 words. I hope this doesn't affect its storage. Otherwise I will be really sad. Continue to ask for collection, reading, and monthly votes. This is very important for a new book. Remember to turn to the last page. End of this chapter. Chapter 11, to make the Uchiha clan believe it. No, it and 039s to make Madara Uchiha believe it. Chapter 11, to make the Uchiha clan believe. No, to make Uchiha Madara believe. The sun sets gradually. The sky grew dark. However, for the daimyo of the Land of Fire, even though electric lights had not yet been widely used, the rooms were still brightly lit. The lights flickered. Under the light the smile on the Fire Country daimyo's face became even clearer. His smile showed his admiration for Uchiha Makoto without any concealment. The future of the Fire Nation rests on my shoulders. If there's one person in the Fire Nation who can control the wind and rain, it's me. Those ninjas should just keep me safe and sound. Whether in terms of ideological realm or personal stance, Uchiha Makoto maintains a temporary tacit understanding with the daimyo of the Land of Fire. The daimyo of the Land of Fire does not want the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan to unite, and even more so does not want a ninja village capable of sweeping across the ninja world to emerge. And Uchiha Makoto doesn't want his elder brother to die either. If his elder brother doesn't die, how can he have a chance to stand out? Your Highness, do you truly believe that the Senju and Uchiha clans can shake hands and make peace, and even finally give up their 1,000-year feud? Our clan leader, Madara-sama, and his brothers all died at the hands of the Senju clan. Izuna-sama even died at the hands of Senju Hashirama's brother, Senju Tobirama. Uchiha Makoto continued to guide the Fire Country daimyo with words. It should be difficult to do such a thing, said the daimyo of the Fire Nation, shaking his head. The daimyo knew all too well about the mess that happened to the Senju and Uchiha clans. Who can think of overnight, the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan actually shook hands and made peace, and stopped fighting. Don't you two families want to avenge your dead members? Especially the patriarch of the Senju clan, Hashirama Senju. He used his life to gain the trust of Uchiha Madara and even stabbed himself with a kunao. Putting aside the issue of kunao, the daimyo of the Land of Fire really doubts the motives of Hashirama Senju's actions. Are there really such stupid and naive people in the world? There are probably not many people like this in the entire ninja world. Hashirama Senju is either a fool or a scheming, treacherous conspirator who is particularly cruel to himself. As the patriarch of a top bloodline ninja clan in the ninja world, can he be a fool? Obviously impossible. Senju Hashirama, he is really terrifying. The Fire Nation daimyo shook his head, his thoughts running wild. The threat theory of Hashirama Senju made the daimyo of the Land of Fire involuntarily begin to transform himself. When Duke Shou was afraid of rumors, and Wang Mang was humble before he usurped the throne, who could have imagined that in this treacherous ninja world, there would really be a great man who possessed absolute power but was also strictly self-disciplined. There is no doubt that Hashirama Senju is a good person. As the clan leader, all Hashirama Senju needs to do is be able to fight. The rest of the things will naturally be handled by his external brain, Tobirama Senju. But Uchiha Makoto can't let such a good guy go now. Good guys can only be pointed at with guns in most cases. Nobility is the epitaph of the noble, and despicability is the passport of the despicable. Uchiha Makoto felt that he was a little bit despicable. But if he had to blame someone, he could only blame the naturally evil Senju Tobirama, who liked to make racist remarks. Just now, strike while the iron is hot and continue applying eye drops, listening to what Uchiha Makoto said in his ear. The daimyo of the Land of Fire's expression darkened slightly, and his words were pointed. Chief Senju, I'm afraid you have grand ambitions. Your Highness, I have a good opinion. Uchiha Makoto immediately took advantage of the opportunity and tried his best to continue to expand his victory. The more careful the daimyo is with Hashirama Senju now, the greater his future gains will be. Keep going. Keep going. Then, Your Highness, what do you think is Senju Hashirama's motive for going to such great lengths, even risking his own life, to give up the opportunity to kill Madara-sama in order to gain his trust? The daimyo stroked his chin and thought for a moment. Of course, he couldn't just say what was in his mind. Senju Hashirama, he's trying to rebel. What if Hashirama Ichizu really wants to rebel? When America threatens you with weapons of mass destruction, you better have a point, and the same applies here. So the daimyo said solemnly, in order to make peace between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. It is to make people believe that the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan can shake hands and make peace. Uchiha Makoto corrected the daimyo's mistake. Let the Uchiha clan. It's not the Uchiha clan, it's Uchiha Madara. The Uchiha clan knows this is impossible. The daimyo of the Land of Fire couldn't help but widen his eyes and looked at Uchiha Makoto with even more respect. This young Uchiha had such a mature vision at such a young age. Even though it was only the first day he knew Uchiha Makoto and he didn't even know Uchiha Makoto's XP, he already had the urge to marry his daughter to him. As for a daughter, for a daimyo, the most important thing is to make the most of the marriage and win over people's hearts. So what if Uchiha Makoto is a ninja? It is not uncommon for nobles to arrange family marriages and form communities of interests in order to coordinate relations with ninja families. You are in me and I am in you. If the daimyo and the ninjas can achieve such a relationship, the daimyo of the Fire Country feels that he can sleep soundly in the future. Even if something happens in the future, we can just change our identity and go public again through a backdoor listing. Moreover, Uchiha Makoto is Uchiha, born into the top bloodline ninja clan in the ninja world, and he himself has 3 Magatama in his eyes. Even if Uchiha Makoto is having an affair with his wife and causes a death, thus giving himself a bright green hat, the daimyo can probably be magnanimous and pretend not to see it. I will also raise the child well. After all, it is not shameful to take on such a task. I wonder how many nobles in this ninja world would like to take on such a job. Even if you want to, there is no way for you to do so, because the bloodline ninja clan will never give such an opportunity. It is unimaginable how much importance the bloodline ninja clan attaches to their family's bloodline limit. Some bloodline families have even reached a deformed level. Yes, that's right, I'm talking about the Hyuga clan. Even if a family marriage is formed with a noble, once the child born shows bloodline limits, the bloodline ninja clan will immediately bring the child back to the family. Even a daimyo cannot break such rules. The more the Fire Country daimyo looked at Uchiha Makoto, the more he liked him. However, Uchiha Makoto did not have the ability to read minds and did not know what the Fire Country daimyo was thinking. He only wants to make money from daimyo now. It's a shame the Uchiha believed in Madara-sama. Sooner or later, the Uchiha clan will be destroyed because of the Senju. Uchiha Makoto sighed. The character must be established well. Everything you do in the future will not be for yourself. All this is for Uchiha. End of this chapter. Chapter 12, we must resolutely condemn and resist anti-Uchiha ideology. Chapter 12, we must resolutely condemn and resist anti-Uchiha ideology. Please add to your favorites, follow this story, and vote with your monthly tickets. Uchiha Makoto stood there sighing, his face showing worry about the future of the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Makoto is very serious about creating a character who is devoted to the Uchiha clan. With such a character, it will be much easier to pry into the corner of Konoha in the future. The Fire Country daimyo observed Uchiha Makoto's expression calmly. The worried expression on Uchiha Makoto's face didn't seem like a disguise. He seemed to really believe that the Uchiha clan would be destroyed in the future because of the Senju clan. Obviously this is not a disguise. Because in the future. If everything in this world developed according to the plot of the original work, the Uchiha clan might really be destroyed in a few decades. The entire Uchiha clan will be slaughtered by Uchiha Itachi, leaving only his younger brother, Uchiha Sasuke. It is not easy for a single seedling to grow into a forest or for one person to develop into a family. Uchiha Sasuke is not ambitious enough. He wants to revive the entire Uchiha clan, but he doesn't even try to find ways to start a harem. He only married Sakura. It would be fine if there is no harem. Then you should at least sow seeds frequently. Mad wandered around the ninja world like a wandering ghost all day, delaying all the important affairs of the Uchiha clan. I am satisfied just by having a daughter, not even a son. This daughter might be kidnapped by the little yellow-haired boy from the Uzumaki family. According to traditional customs in daily life, a woman must change her surname to her husband's after marriage, not to mention the children born. The Uchiha clan in the original work is probably really going to have to take a pill. However, Uchiha Sasuke is a poor victim, so we can't be too harsh on him. The biggest executioner is still Uchiha Itachi. This weasel, it seems like he has never been taught what family is, what parents and relatives are, and how to distinguish between friend and foe. Come to think of it, it seems like no one has ever taught him these things. When Itachi Uchiha was 4 years old, he was dragged to the battlefield by his cowardly father Fugaku Uchiha to kill people. To be honest, it was not easy for him to survive in this hellish living environment. After all, on the battlefield, kunao and shuriken have no eyes. Even for Uchiha Itachi, as the eldest son of Uchiha Fugaku, who has a noble status and has elite ninjas of the Uchiha clan as bodyguards following him secretly, it is difficult to guarantee that there will be no accidents. Rope Tree was killed by the detonating talisman. There are too many accidents on the battlefield. His damn father, Uchiha Fugaku, never gave Uchiha Itachi any psychological counseling. He was so happy when he saw Uchiha Itachi open his Sharingan. He completely forgot that Uchiha Itachi's Sharingan was opened after he witnessed the death of his companions. He just let it go and used the family's glory to PUA Uchiha Itachi from time to time. Humph. At least that old fellow Sarutobi Hiruzen would praise Uchiha Itachi for possessing the mindset of a Hokage at such a young age. Uchiha Itachi, coupled with the Uchiha clan's unique character of deep hatred and resentment, and various factors, led Uchiha Itachi to start thinking about the relationship between his family and the village when he was still peeing and playing in the mud. What is the thinking of the Hokage? That's exactly the Hokage's position. Uchiha Fugaku was still complacent, thinking that his son had the potential to be Hokage. Uchiha Itachi's stance and but are both crooked. There is no need to talk about the rest. Of course all the tragedies that happened to the Uchiha clan in the future should be traced back to the present. Is Uchiha Madara wrong? He just wanted to live together with Hashirama Senju and realize the ideal that he and Hashirama Senju made in their childhood and bring peace to the ninja world. This is all the fault of the inherently evil Senju Tobirama. Senju Tobirama single-handedly created anti-Uchihism at the beginning of the establishment of Konoha village. Therefore, Uchiha revivalism will flourish within the Uchiha clan in the future. The Uchiha clan is suffering from systemic oppression in Konoha. Makoto, you're too tense. Your Uchiha clan is a bloodline ninja clan that has been passed down in the ninja world for thousands of years. As long as you, the Uchiha clan, give up your illusions, face reality, and start fighting, then even the Senju clan can't do such a thing as destroying your Uchiha clan. The daimyo of the Land of Fire still had a smile on his face, and he comforted Uchiha Makoto in a gentle manner. What he said was indeed true. As long as the Uchiha clan gives up their illusions, faces reality and continues to fight, then the Uchiha clan will definitely be able to escape the fate of destruction. Especially Uchiha Madara. If he wants to protect the Uchiha clan, there are still many ways. After all, Uchiha Madara could only defeat Hashirama Senju in a head-on fight, but he could only crush other members of the Senju clan unilaterally. At worst, they could just focus on killing the rest of the Senju clan until Hashirama Senju compromises. If the Senju clan doesn't send out Hashirama Senju, the Uchiha clan will definitely not send out Madara Uchiha. Remove Hashirama Senju. The only one left is Tobirama Senju. No matter how powerful his personal strength is, he cannot create any fundamental advantage for the Uchiha clan. Even for the Uchiha clan, this situation can be said to be in my favor. The Uchiha clan's Sharingan is naturally suitable for opening in a cruel and harsh environment like the Warring States period. The harsher the living environment, the stronger the Uchiha clan will become, which is an advantage that the Senju clan cannot catch up with. Moreover, the Uchiha clan's 3 Magatama Sharingan itself can also launch 2 extremely terrifying eye techniques, Izanagi and Izanami. Izanagi is a dojutsu that displays the Uchiha clan's ultimate Insakushi. The activation conditions are harsh and require a 3 Magatama Sharingan as the price. It has the powerful power to distort and rewrite reality. In simple terms, it is a resurrection coin, and if operated properly, it is a resurrection coin with group effects. Izanami, the use of this eye technique is also costly, and it also requires the sacrifice of a 3 Magatama Sharingan. It is released when fighting with the enemy. As long as the eyes meet, the enemy can be pulled into the illusion space until the enemy recognizes his mistakes and sees the reality clearly, otherwise he will be trapped in the illusion space. The effect can be called a small infinite Tsukuyomi. With these 2 forbidden techniques, how could the Uchiha clan lose? Even if Senju Tobirama mastered the Flying Thunder God technique, he could easily be killed by Hatsumai. The daimyo of the Land of Fire continued to comfort Uchiha Makoto and analyzed the pros and cons for him. But these words may seem like words of comfort, but they are actually adding fuel to the fire. How can you, the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan, give up your 1000-year-old feud and shake hands in peace? A fight must be carried out. I want to see blood flowing like a river. it would be best if Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama fought until the sky was dark and they both died. How can I sleep unless you two die? End of this chapter. Chapter 13. The Fire Nation is full of insects and teeth. But, Your Highness, even though you said that, Lord Madara has already trusted Hashirama Senju and accepted the Senju clan's peace agreement. The Uchiha clan has also accepted this. Uchiha Makoto said a lot of things. In short, it has become a foregone conclusion that the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan will stop fighting and shake hands in peace. The more the Fire Nation daimyo listened, the more uncomfortable he felt, and his expression grew uglier. Uchiha Makoto observed the daimyo's expression. The heat has arrived, the daiming's cold stove has been heated up by himself. But, I will never sit still and wait for death. I can't just sit there and watch the Uchiha clan go to the fire pit. Your Highness, since Hashirama Senju wants to win over the ninja clan and establish a ninja village, then I can definitely do it. To be honest, I left the Uchiha clan just for this purpose. But to win over the ninja clan and build a ninja village, I just regret that I don't have enough money. Uchiha Makoto tilted his head back, raised it 45 degrees, and glanced at the daimyo with moist eyes. My meaning is already so obvious. What the hell, Daiming, hurry up and transfer the money. I know you are quite wealthy and eloquent. Watching Uchiha Makoto's true feelings, as if he was willing to die for the sake of his family, it was an exquisite performance that brought tears to my eyes. A smile finally appeared on the daimyo's face again. He was not afraid of Uchiha Makoto making demands on him, but he was afraid that Uchiha Makoto would accept his fate. Because of the threat theory of Hashirama Senju, the daimyo has inevitably started to make associations. Now the Uchiha clan has made peace with the Senju clan because of Senju Hashirama. If other ninja clans in the ninja world unite because of Senju Hashirama, a super ninja village composed of ninjas will appear in the ninja world. Senju Hashirama, you want to unify the ninja world today, what do you want to do tomorrow? Dangbo, who has practiced the invincible wind and fire wheel, knows that the community needs balance. How could a daimyo not understand this truth? Hahaha, how difficult is that? I am aware of the plight of the Uchiha clan. If you, Makoto, also want to establish a ninja village, I can provide you with funding on behalf of the Land of Fire. Hearing the daimyo's words, Uchiha Makoto straightened his clothes, smiled and shook the daimyo's hand tightly. He finally won over the financial sponsor of the Fire Country daimyo, angel investor. Your Highness, the Uchiha clan will never forget your help today. I firmly, and unwaveringly support your Highness. As Uchiha Makoto said this, the words he said hit the daimyo's heart directly, making him feel relaxed all over and his blood flowing. This young man in front of me is really smart. The daimyo also held Uchiha Makoto's hand, and everything was said without words. The alliance between the two was officially established. Uchiha Makoto needs financial support from the daimyo. The daimyo needs Uchiha Makoto to act as a pawn to keep the ninja clan divided as much as possible and continue to maintain the appearance of the Warring States period. After the conversation, the daimyo specially invited Uchiha Makoto to stay and have a meal together. No, it was a meal. Uchiha Makoto gladly accepted the daimyo's invitation. He hadn't eaten much today and was just drinking tea in the reception room. The taste of tea is indeed good, with a rich aroma and a sweet aftertaste, but drinking tea alone is really not enough to keep you hungry. Moreover, during this period, in order to get to the capital of the Land of Fire to see the daimyo as soon as possible, Uchiha Makoto only ate Bingliang pills along the way. As everyone knows, the taste of Bingliang pills is very unpalatable. When it was invented, the taste was not considered at all. Inside the palace, at the daimyo's command, one delicious dish after another was placed before Uchiha Makoto. At the same time, the sounds of singing and dancing began, and rows of young girls in cool clothes walked into the room and began to dance. Uchiha Makoto is a free and easy person. Faced with this scene, he chooses to stare at it directly, not because he is lustful but because the flowers are blooming beautifully. If he doesn't appreciate them, he would seem unromantic. But I have to say that life in the daimyo is really comfortable and the food is really good, specifically the food here. The daimyo of the Land of Fire sat leisurely in the upper seat, taking a sip of fine wine. Wine can relieve sorrow especially on rainy days. Holding a glass of fine wine and quietly gazing at the beauty of nature, your whole body and mind will be extremely relaxed. Cheng, it would be great if everyone could be as worry-free as you. The daimyo suddenly sighed like this, and most people could not understand the daimyo's mood at this moment. Being a daimyo in the Naruto world is not an easy task. Although the daimyo was nominally the head of state and held supreme power in the Land of Fire, millennia of class stratification had led to the noble families in the ninja world constantly banding together for warmth and wantonly dividing the power in his hands. By his generation, bureaucratic politics had become prevalent, even to the point of being out of control. Now, apart from handling a small amount of important official business in his daily life, he spends more time on games and hunting. The daily affairs of the Fire Nation are basically handled by the ministers. It's not that he doesn't want to expand his power, but that he can't. When he was young, he had great ambitions and wanted to break free from the shackles of the tight bureaucracy, open the windows, get some fresh air, get rid of all the red tape, and revitalize the creaking old bureaucratic machine of the Land of Fire. The daimyo was fed up with the shadow government, and he wanted his own transparent government. Then that afternoon, the ministers delivered a white paper. The name of the white paper is Transparent Government. What followed were 4 or 5 small mountain-like piles of file boxes containing executive documents, which he had to deal with because they were filled with obscure clauses. As far as the execution of legal provisions is concerned, irregular and abnormal situations between the responsible departments belong to the administrative department. There are also countless memorials that have been piling up for years. There are also various meetings interspersed in between. Even if daimyo is exhausted to death, he cannot handle so many things, in addition to the official duties that exhausted him. When the daimyo asked about the implementation of the policy to reduce the number of civil servants, "Can this policy be implemented?" the ministers under him just threw up their hands helplessly. "Your Highness, if you insist on me speaking clearly, I can only say that, considering the current situation, taking the overall situation into consideration, looking back through history and considering the average levels of various departments, and analyzing and summarizing the situation, you may find that, in summary, although it may not be pleasant to hear, the prospects are probably delicate. This is the only expectation at this stage. Just say yes or no. It's not possible." This small move by bureaucratic politics shocked the daimyo. In the end, daimyo chose to lie down. But luckily, during these years of lying low, nothing major happened that could affect the daimyo's status. In this fire nation, which is still an agricultural country, leaving aside the issue of ninjas, the ministers only need to do one thing well: leaving the cattle and horses half dead. It's a historical event. The ninja clan, who originally only focused on missions and generations of family feuds, seem to be starting to. End of this chapter. Chapter 14. Tobirama, brother, am I neglecting my duties? Do you even know who I and 039 am doing this FO? Chapter 14. Senju. Tobirama, brother, I am not doing my job properly. Do you know who I am doing this for? Uchiha Makoto listened to the worries in the daimyo's mouth. If your highness allows, I would actually be happy to help you solve your problems. As the saying goes, the key to winning or losing a game of Go sometimes lies not in the chessboard, but in the chessboard. The best way to solve this kind of problem is to use classical mechanics. Damn it. These insects are doing nothing all day long. Kill, kill, kill. Why not just kill them all and replace them with another batch? The Fire Nation is full of young people who want to make progress. In response to Uchiha Makoto's suggestion, the daimyo just smiled and said, "This is just a joke. You ninjas only need to chop people down, but as a daimyo, I have to consider a lot more. Those nobles were actually quite wealthy. Daiming, if you don't play by the rules, then we'll all break up and hurt each other." Attitude towards the daimyo. Uchiha Makoto had a pair of dead fish eyes and looked at the daimyo with a very subtle look. "You don't trust me," and then he continued to eat silently with his head down. The moon sets and the sun rises again. This is where Konoha's dream began. Ninjas from the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan gathered in the open space, and 2 huge flags with the emblems of the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan engraved on them fluttered in the wind. In a joyful atmosphere, Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama began to shake hands, representing that the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan put aside their 1,000-year-old hatred and formally formed an alliance. The members of the 2 tribes witnessed this historic moment. It was like a dream and everyone couldn't help but cheer. Of course, a 1,000-year-old feud is not so easy to resolve. Some people are not very happy, such as Senju Tobirama. Senju Tobirama always voted against the peace talks and alliance between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. He didn't want the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan to get involved from the bottom of his heart. Even because of this matter, a fierce quarrel broke out between Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju. "Brother, do you want to reconsider the matter of forming an alliance with the Uchiha clan? Even though you are the clan leader, you still have to listen to the opinions of your clan members. Listen to the voices of our people." Senju Tobirama said this, trying to change Senju Hashirama's idea of forming an alliance with the Uchiha clan. The situation of the Senju clan is now very good. It can even be described as a dragon riding on their face. Although Big Brother was merciful and let Uchiha Madara go a few days ago, and was still thinking of committing suicide with a kunao, "Big Brother, have you lost your mind playing dice?" But no matter what, Hashirama Senju defeated Uchiha Madara head-on in a fair fight. The outcome of the war between the 2 tribes has actually been decided. As long as Hashirama Senju finds another opportunity to kill Uchiha Madara, the remaining members of the Uchiha clan will not be a concern. Hashirama Senju will be responsible for leading the killing, and Tobirama Senju will be responsible for yelling beside them. The Uchiha clan can be completely wiped out while chatting and laughing. Even the day of forming an alliance is the best opportunity. Taking advantage of the blank time before the alliance, Hashirama Senju could have urgently contacted the Uzumaki clan in the name of the Senju clan leader, and mobilized the Uzumaki clan members who were good at sealing techniques to set up a sealing barrier at the alliance site, allowing the Uchiha clan to enter but not leave. The Senju clan would be responsible for arranging ambushes in secret. As long as the arrangements were proper, they could completely capture all the members of the Uchiha clan and completely eliminate the inherently evil Uchiha. Senju Tobirama felt that although his idea was indeed a little despicable, it was too cruel to launch a sneak attack at the negotiation table. But, the members of the Senju clan can definitely understand this. After all, the hands of every Uchiha clan member are stained with the blood of the Senju clan. If his elder brother Hashirama feels that his reputation is bad, Senju Tobirama can also be considerate and bear such a bad reputation for his elder brother. As the deputy of the Senju clan leader, he has been prepared for this since he was a child. Big brother can still be the innocent, kind, and pure as a lotus leader of the Thousand Hands clan. This victory is within reach. How to give up? The inherently evil Uchiha clan disappeared from the ninja world. Just thinking about this bright future made Senju Tobirama dance with excitement. Since the Uchiha clan can be completely wiped out, why should the Senju clan go to so much trouble to form an alliance with the Uchiha clan? Senju Tobirama couldn't understand it. When Tobirama Senju casually suggested a plan, Hashirama Senju couldn't help but gasp. My brother's ideas are really too extreme. This method must not be spread to the Senju clan, otherwise the consequences will be disastrous. That's enough, Tobirama. I've already promised Madara. Your idea is really too extreme. I absolutely cannot allow this to happen. What you just said must not be spread to the tribe members. Senju Hashirama had a terrifying, dead look on his face and issued the most severe warning to Senju Tobirama. My big brother, I'm doing all this for the Senju clan. That's enough, Tobirama. I am the head of the Senju clan. Hating each other and killing each other will not lead to any good results. In the end, Senju Tobirama was speechless and was persuaded by Senju Hashirama. The eldest brother's iron fist hurts a lot. Now the die is cast. The Senju clan and the Uchiha clan formed an alliance, but this was just the beginning. To build everyone's ideal village, not only does it take a huge amount of resources and time, but it also requires dealing with all kinds of extremely troublesome matters. There are so many problems, just like a myriad of threads. But there are priorities. The above things are all minor contradictions. The most important thing now is to resolve the main contradiction. What lies before him, in Senju Tobirama's opinion, is the most important thing: who will be the leader of the village. However, Hashirama Senju felt that this issue was not urgent. The Senju clan had already formed an alliance with the Uchiha clan, and everyone could discuss the future of the village. At worst, we can decide by voting. Instead of considering such nominal issues, it is better to think about how to build the village and quickly use your wood release to create more wood. That is the serious matter. Tobirama, why are you so idle? The important thing now is for me to quickly perform wood release and prepare the wood needed to build the house in the next few days. He knew his own brother very well. Hashirama Senju instinctively felt that Tobirama Senju wanted to cause trouble and destroy the hard-earned peace between the Senju and Uchiha clans. Brother, you. What the hell? Senju Tobirama's blood pressure suddenly rose. It is possible for the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan to form an alliance. We can't let the Uchiha clan step on the Senju clan. The people who make the decisions in the village must be from the Senju clan. Our Senju clan is the winner of this battle. And, big brother, don't you know who I'm doing this for? If you weren't my elder brother, believe it or not, I will. What the hell? Broken, forgot the timer. My roommate is moving to another campus, and we are having a farewell dinner today. Sorry, fellow readers. Please continue to read, collect and vote for me. End of this chapter. Chapter 15. The younger brother was about to fight to the death. Why did the elder brother surrender? Chapter 15. The younger brother was about to fight to the death. Why did the elder brother surrender first? Brother, there's no need to worry about those broken pieces of firewood. The most important thing now is to determine who is in charge. You still say I'm not doing my job properly, but I'm doing this for you, for the Senju clan, and for this village. Senju Tobirama's face darkened as he roared wildly in his heart, then he forcibly suppressed his rapidly rising blood pressure. My eldest brother is a naive fool. Never mind. I accept it. I accept it. Brother, the village is just being built, and people's hearts are still unsettled. We need a leader at this time. Only then can we all feel at ease and move towards a new future together. I'm not targeting the Uchiha clan. Since I promised you, big brother, that you would treat the Uchiha clan as your companions, I won't break my promise. And for the long-term future of the village, it's better to finalize this matter now. Senju Tobirama crossed his arms across his chest, suppressed his temper, and patiently persuaded his elder brother, Senju Hashirama, step by step, assuring that the suggestions he was proposing now were definitely not aimed at the Uchiha clan. For the sake of his elder brother, Senju Tobirama could reluctantly regard the Uchiha clan as companions. Well, companions who needed to be cautious and vigilant, and be on guard at all times. My current suggestion is completely based on impartiality. When a family, a village, or even a country is first established, the most important thing is to determine who will be the one in charge. Only with a person in charge can power be unified, and this already fragile alliance will not fall apart again. Hashirama Senju looked at Tobirama Senju's serious expression, then nodded and began to think seriously about Tobirama Senju's suggestion. Considering that over the years, the family affairs of the Senju clan were actually handled secretly by Senju Tobirama, who took on all the dirty work. Hashirama Senju is only responsible for boosting the morale of the clan members and fighting against the enemy. So Hashirama feels that Tobirama does have more say in the planning and construction of the village. After thinking it over again and again, Hashirama Senju felt that what Tobirama Senju said did make some sense. Tobirama, if that's the case, for the sake of the village's future, we should first choose a leader for the village. Brother, that's right. Senju Tobirama listened to the words and nodded involuntarily. Although his elder brother was a little stupid, he was more receptive to advice. Just listen to the advice. There is salvation, there is salvation. For the future of the village, I must let my eldest brother become the village chief, and I will assist him as his deputy. As for the Uchiha who are born evil, let them survive in this village under the leadership of Senju. Tobirama. Then why don't we let Madara be the leader? Just as Senju Tobirama was thinking about future plans and pushing his elder brother to the position of leader, Senju Hashirama had already made his own choice. Who is most qualified to be the one in charge? I, Hashirama Senju, intend to nominate Uchiha Madara as the leader. What? Brother, are you kidding me? Senju Tobirama's face couldn't help but change. His younger brother was about to fight to the death. Why did his elder brother surrender first? Let Uchiha Madara be the one in charge. It's a pity that you can think of this, brother. Does this insect Uchiha Madara know how to manage a village? Moreover, if the dangerous Uchiha clan were allowed to take control of the village, it would definitely bring harm to the Senju clan. How can such a thing be allowed to happen? Tobirama, I'm not kidding. I believe Madara is definitely capable of being a good leader. Besides, Tobirama, you know I don't have the talent to manage the village. Let Madara be the one in charge. Hashirama Senju said earnestly. He was only good at fighting and couldn't even manage the affairs of the Senju clan. Now, making him the person in charge of the village was just delaying the village's future. Let Madara do it, he can definitely do it. Senju Tobirama widened his eyes, breathing rapidly, and felt that he could no longer breathe. Brother, tell me, is it true that you only have Ban in your heart now, and have forgotten about me, your younger brother? If you can't manage things, I'm here. I can assist you. Just like in the past with the Senju clan, can't you just continue to be a hands-off boss? I promise to manage the village in an orderly manner. Even if it is those Uchiha who are born evil, I have enough means to deal with them. Brother, I can assist you. Senju Tobirama could only say hurriedly. I know, but Tobirama. If Madara were to be the one in charge, you could actually assist him as well. Senju Hashirama said this, completely ignoring Senju Tobirama's increasingly ugly expression. Me, Senju Tobirama, to assist the inherently evil Uchiha Madara. Senju Tobirama never thought his elder brother could say such words. He couldn't help but say his catchphrase again, born evil. I am the second in command of the Senju clan, and you, brother, actually want me to assist Uchiha Madara? What a joke. And brother, have you forgotten one very important thing? I used the Flying Thunder God technique to kill Uchiha Madara's brother Uchiha Izumina with my own hands. Uchiha Madara and I were alone in the same room. If one day he remembers his brother, wouldn't I be in danger? Hey, Tobirama, why are you saying such things again? You are born evil. Don't say anything that's not conducive to unity. Senju Hashirama quickly corrected what Senju Tobirama had just said. Now that the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan have shaken hands and made peace, how can we still use words like innately evil to describe the Uchiha clan? It would have a bad impact if the Uchiha clan heard it. I am still talking about my dearest Madara. You naughty little brother, I am very pleased that you are willing to regard the Uchiha clan as companions, but you still have prejudice against the Uchiha clan in your heart, which makes me unhappy. This attitude is very bad. It must be changed. I know. Senju Tobirama is really helpless. I was seriously discussing with my elder brother the important matters concerning the future of the village, but he still cared about these little details. Isn't the Uchiha sharing an evil? The most important thing is that you don't obey orders. I recommend Uchiha Madara to be the leader. Isn't my attitude clear enough? Big brother, I want you to be the leader of the village. Do you have to let me say this directly before you understand? Brother, my attitude is very clear. I think Uchiha Madara is not more suitable than you to be the leader of the village. Not only me, but the entire Senju clan thinks so. In order to make his troublesome elder brother less troublesome, Senju Tobirama could only express his attitude directly. End of this chapter. Chapter 16, Questionnaire Survey regarding Hashirama becoming a chapter member. Chapter 16, Questionnaire Survey regarding Hashirama Senju becoming the leader. Please add to your favorites, follow the story, and vote with monthly tickets. Brother, I support you in becoming the leader of the village. The Senju clan also supports you to become the leader of the village. Even the Uchiha clan will support you to be the leader of the village. Senju Tobirama stated his position firmly. Military power, prestige, and a pure heart that hopes for peace in the ninja world. Hashirama Senju has many advantages, and Tobirama Senju is very clear about them. Even though his elder brother's brain is sometimes not very good, there is no problem if he is the leader of the village. As a younger brother, Senju Tobirama will make up for his elder brother Senju Hashirama's lack of intelligence. But I still think Madara is more suitable than me. Faced with the full support of Senju Tobirama, Senju Hashirama pondered for a moment and still believed that Uchiha Madara was more suitable to be the leader of the village. The reasons behind this are very complicated. It's not just because Hashirama Senju feels that he is not good at management, but also part of the reason is that Hashirama Senju feels that Uchiha Madara has paid too much to achieve peace between the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan, and he and the Senju clan owe Madara too much. Tobirama, you too, you owe Uchiha Madara too much. Senju Hashirama wants to take this opportunity to compensate Uchiha Madara. I have seen all your efforts. If you don't let me down, then I will definitely not let you down. So it is reasonable and logical. Bandu has the qualifications to be the leader of the village. Senju Hashirama thought so. A moment. Compromise, helplessness, and disappointment in one's ability filled Senju Tobirama's heart. No matter how clever and resourceful Senju Tobirama is, the ninja world is now feeling that things are not going well because his eldest brother surrendered first. Senju Hashirama did not cooperate with him, but instead held him back. Scabbers, you only know scabbers. What's so good about that inherently evil Uchiha Madara? I should have regretted it back then. Senju Tobirama kept muttering to himself, but then he had to face reality. Uchiha Madara, you must never become the voice of the village. Brother, I won't argue with you now. I don't agree to let Uchiha Madara be the leader of the village. Forget it. Let's just vote to decide who will make the decision on who will lead the village. No way. Senju Tobirama had no choice but to come up with a compromise. Since his elder brother refused to cooperate with him, he could only use voting to push his elder brother to the position of leader. Okay. Senju Hashirama nodded. Since Tobirama had already said so, if he continued to insist, his brother Hongwen would really be angry. Moreover, Hashirama Senju felt that this method was very fair. He believed that with Madara's ability, he would definitely win everyone's support and successfully become the leader of the village. Then it's decided. Senju Tobirama said with a long sigh. Brother, you are finally willing to listen to me. Let me, your younger brother, personally help you become the leader of the village. This night, Senju Tobirama did not sleep. He was trying to figure out how to help his elder brother successfully take the position of village leader with a high number of votes. First of all, Senju Tobirama felt it necessary to make his elder brother and other people in the village believe that Senju Hashirama was more suitable to be the leader of the village than Uchiha Madara. To this end, before holding a democratic vote to elect a village leader, Tobirama Senju decided to conduct a survey first. He wanted to use the survey report to boost his elder brother's reputation. Regarding the members of the Senju clan, Senju Tobirama was not worried, as Senju Hashirama had a high prestige in the family. If we vote to choose the person in charge, the Senju clan will definitely support the eldest brother. The most important thing is the Uchiha clan. Even though Hashirama Senju's strength and demeanor have impressed some of the Uchiha clan members, there is still a large number of clan members within the Uchiha clan who support Uchiha Madara. They are the top priority. And to be on the safe side, Senju Tobirama decided to find a way to manipulate the results of the investigation report. How to manipulate the results of the investigation report? It is definitely not acceptable to directly tamper with the results of the questionnaire report. Such means are too despicable and cannot be tolerated at all, and can be easily exposed. Senju Tobirama first dismissed this thought from his mind. After much thought, a good idea came into his mind. The next day, Senju Tobirama sent a gentle older sister wearing black fishnet stockings and with a charming figure to go deep into the Uchiha clan and start a questionnaire survey. The eldest sister found the Uchiha clan members with the questionnaire and started asking questions. Big sister, Mr. Uchiha, are you worried that there will be more ninjas without missions in the ninja world? Uchiha XXX, of course, if a ninja can't get a mission, then he might go and rob ordinary people, which would hurt them. Big sister, are you worried about the increasing rate of young children in your family going to war? Uchiha XXX, yes, I don't want the children of my family to go to the battlefield. They can have a better future. Big sister, do you think ninjas are becoming less disciplined? Uchiha XXX, there is no doubt that the cruelty of war has caused many ninjas to lose their discipline. Big sister, do you think young people welcome authority and leadership? Uchiha XXX, of course. Big sister, well, you think they'll rise to the challenge, don't you? Uchiha XXX, yes. Big sister, if Senju Hashirama becomes the leader of the village, will you support him? Uchiha XXX, well, I think so. Big sister, thank you for your support of the questionnaire survey. Please sign here. After a busy day, the older sister collected enough questionnaires to report to Senju Tobirama in the office. Inside the office, Senju Tobirama looked at the questionnaires on the desk, picked them up impatiently, and read them from beginning to end. The results of the investigation report were just as Senju Tobirama had expected. The support rate for his elder brother to become the leader of the village had exceeded half, even reaching as high as 80%. All that remains is to hand over the results of these investigation reports to my eldest brother. Of course, all the irrelevant questions in the front must be removed, leaving only the last one. Generally speaking, no credible, conscientious, or ethical investigator would do this. But this is all for the sake of this village, if it is for this reason, Senju Tobirama can totally accept a slight violation of the principle. In a good mood, Senju Tobirama even opened a bottle of wine for himself, which was uncharacteristically his style. As a qualified ninja, he usually doesn't drink at all, but today is an exception. He wants to celebrate this hard-earned investigation report. Brother, I've been working so hard for you. Please collect, read and vote for me. Don't feed me to death. End of this chapter. Chapter 17 Uchiha Madara, Clumsy Hands Tobirama, I saw right through your thoughts. Chapter 17 Uchiha Madara, Poor Senju Tobirama, I see through your thoughts at a glance. Early the next morning. Early morning Senju Tobirama couldn't wait to get up early in the morning. He came to the office that his elder brother Senju Hashirama had just built using wood release. As soon as I entered the office, he looked at a man with non-mainstream black hair, and at the same time the man also noticed Senju Tobirama. TSK, the naturally evil Uchiha Madara / Senju Tobirama. It's really haunting. Why is he bothering my big brother again / Hashirama Kaguya? However, Senju Tobirama took into consideration that Hashirama Senju was biased and his heart had been deceived by the inherently evil Uchiha Madara. So, Senju Tobirama could only think these words silently in his heart. Of course, Uchiha Madara also thought so. For Hashirama's sake, he would endure Senju Tobirama for the time being. Both sides just glanced at each other with a Sema face, without the slightest good look on their faces, and then Senju Tobirama went straight to Senju Hashirama. Brother, here are the results of the questionnaire report I collected these days. Please take a look. Questionnaire. While speaking in confusion, Hashirama Senju stretched out his hand, took a stack of papers from Tobirama Senju's hand, and began to read it. Not surprisingly Uchiha Madara also put his head forward. If Hashirama wanted to see something, even if it was a piece of toilet paper, he would take a look and taste it to see if it was salty. Questionnaire report on Hashirama Senju becoming the village leader. A line of huge black words on the paper directly showed Senju Tobirama's thoughts. But for Uchiha Madara's sudden action, Senju Tobirama was not panicked at all. Because all the results were answered by the Uchiha clan members themselves, and in order to enhance credibility, Senju Tobirama also specifically instructed the older sister who was in charge of the questionnaire, to make sure that every Uchiha clan member signed his or her name on the questionnaire results of their answers. The results of this questionnaire survey are very clean and have been turned into an ironclad case by themselves, which can completely stand the test of history. It is absolutely foolproof. Now that the naturally evil Uchiha Madara is here, let me show you what I, Senju Tobirama, can do. Your people have been forcibly represented by me. This is the secret of statistics that I have understood. The eldest brother is the boss of the village. Uchiha Madara, regretted and curse your fate of not having a smart brain. Thought of here a confident and satisfied smile appeared on Senju Tobirama's face. He was now looking forward to Uchiha Madara's expression when he learned the results of the questionnaire. I guess he must have had an extremely angry and ugly expression, agree. Yes. I think so. Senju Hashirama flipped through the results of the questionnaire one by one, and was extremely surprised by the results. I'm so awesome. It's understandable that the Senju clan members support me, but I didn't expect that the majority of the Uchiha clan members would also support me. And what is Uchiha Madara's idea? My, Hashirama is amazing. Having gained the support of the Uchiha clan so quickly, it seems the day when the Senju and Uchiha clans can finally end their generations-long feud is fast approaching. Time passed slowly. Soon, Hashirama Senju turned to the end of the questionnaire report. According to public opinion polls, Senju Hashirama has received approximately 80% support. Facts have proven that Senju Hashirama is the popular choice to become the village leader. At this time, Senju Tobirama wrote the summary conclusion himself. According to his plan, in the next few days, the results and conclusions of this questionnaire report will spread to the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan. He asked his elder brother Senju Hashirama to build momentum and not give Uchiha Madara any chance to become the leader of the village. At this time, Senju Tobirama restrained the smile on his face, and his eyes emanated a sharp look. He was carefully observing Uchiha Madara's expression. But unfortunately, he didn't see the expression he expected. Uchiha Madara didn't show any anger on his face. Instead, he seemed a little excited. This made Senju Tobirama feel like he was punching cotton. Is this really reasonable? It shouldn't be. Senju Tobirama began to doubt his own judgment. According to common sense, any clan leader in the ninja world would be furious after seeing such an investigation report. His clan members would actually rebel against him. He was selecting the village leader, such an important position, and his clan members didn't support him and didn't vote for him. This is outrageous. They are all disloyal and need to be hit hard. But soon, Senju Tobirama remembered that the Uchiha clan was born evil, and their brains were not normal, especially the Uchiha clan members who opened the Mangeki Sharingan. The Mangeki Sharingan of Uchiha Madara in front of him was the eternal Mangeki Sharingan, so he could not be speculated about with common sense, but being unable to guess at a guy using common sense often means it is very dangerous. The Uchiha clan is born evil, so evil, but at least for now, everything seems to be under my control. Senju Tobirama thought so. then cleared his throat and looked at his elder brother. Brother, I've said it before, you becoming the village leader is absolutely what everyone wants. No one is more qualified than you to be the village leader. After saying this, Senju Tobirama secretly glanced at Uchiha Madara out of the corner of his eye. The result was no response. Uchiha Madara still had that Sema face. Even though Uchiha Madara also thought so, his own Hashirama could definitely become the leader of the village, but he didn't want to show any good face to Senju Tobirama, the murderer who killed his brother. Ban, what do you think? Actually, I think you should be more suitable than me. Why don't you come? Senju Hashirama continues to support Uchiha Madara. Madara, you are more suitable than me. Brother, what are you talking about now? The Senju clan supports you as the leader, and the Uchiha clan also supports you as the leader. Everyone believes that you are still here. Before Uchiha Madara could get angry and lose his defense, Senju Tobirama broke down his defense first and quickly spoke before Uchiha Madara that he was really afraid that Uchiha Madara would agree to it so easily. Big brother, as your younger brother, I not only cooked the rice for you, but now I can say that I have chewed the rice into pieces and fed it to you, but what's wrong with you spitting food into Uchiha Madara's mouth without even looking at it? I work so hard for you and the Senju clan. If you are not hungry, you can just give me the food. I'm so tired and want to die. Facing the urgent sound of breaking defense of Senju Tobirama, the expression on Uchiha Madara's face was extremely calm, his eyes looked neither angry nor sad. If one had to say it, it was an indescribable contempt. End of this chapter. Chapter 18 Mito Uzumaki difficult? Then let and 039s not do it. Chapter 18 Mito Uzumaki difficult? Then let's not do it. Please add to your favorites, follow the story, and vote with monthly tickets. Poor Senju Tobirama. Do you think I can't see through your thoughts? Just because you're the village leader, you're making such a fuss. Hashirama and I are different from you. No doubt. Uchiha Madara is still an idealist and has infinite expectations for the future of the village. This village was built by myself and Hashirama. In his opinion there is no difference between Hashirama Senju becoming the leader of the village or himself becoming the leader of the village. The most important thing is to be able to implement their ninja way, so that children will no longer go to the battlefield and ultimately achieve peace in the ninja world. The title of a leader is totally insignificant. Could it be that Hashirama would be bound by fame and fortune in the world? How could the clumsy Senju Tobirama understand the ambitions of Hashirama and I? Humph, Hashirama, your good brother Senju Tobirama has already prepared everything for you. In that case, I have no objection. That's it. Uchiha Madara's voice was as cold and inhuman as ever. Hashirama, I have no objection if you become the leader of the village, but your brother Senju Tobirama is doing something under my nose. I'm not happy, so you have to comfort me. I heard you're going to spend time with that woman Uzumaki Mito tonight. I hope you can be more sensible. That's not what Madara Tobirama meant. I've always thought you're more suitable than me to be the leader of the village. Senju Hashirama was a little anxious, as he understood the hidden meaning behind Uchiha Madara's words. Ban. He's in a bad mood. This is how to do Okay, I have something else to do, so I'll go back first. Uchiha Madara glanced at Senju Tobirama with his cold eyes, then looked at Senju Hashirama meaningfully. After he finished speaking, he left the room without looking back. Hashirama, there are too many people here, I'll wait for you somewhere else. Senju Tobirama was very happy to see this scene. His plan didn't seem to work as he imagined, but the final result should be considered a success. Senju Hashirama looked anxious. He immediately put down the questionnaire in his hand and hurried out the door. Corridor, wait for me, Madara, and let me explain. I have always supported you as the leader. Didn't I tell you that this matter has already been decided? I, Uchiha Madara, will never go back on my word. Uchiha Madara crossed his arms over his chest, still pretending to be cool. Hashirama, I don't care about who is the boss, I care about your attitude. Okay, then, Madara, are you free tonight? Didn't you say you were going to accompany Mito tonight? Some other time. Mito won't mind. Since I'm going to be the leader of the village, I can discuss with you tonight how to plan the future of the village. Oh, really? Fine then. Hearing what Uchiha Madara said, Senju Hashirama immediately smiled happily, and began to put his arm around Uchiha Madara's shoulders, then turned his head and shouted loudly in the direction of the office just now. Tobirama, tell Mito for me that I won't be going back to sleep tonight. Senju Tobirama. Am I going to be used as a punching bag by my sister-in-law again? In the evening, Uzumaki Mito had prepared a table full of food and was waiting for her husband, Senju Hashirama, with great anticipation. That expectant look in her eyes, that posture as she sat there, she was like a statue waiting for her husband. And the outcome was obvious. Mito Uzumaki would likely be returning home alone tonight, with only Tobirama Senju to keep watch. Because Senju Tobirama was a bachelor and had no wife to cook for him, he had always come to his elder brother Senju Hashirama's house to eat. Seeing that only Senju Tobirama came back, Uzumaki Mito asked in confusion, Tobirama, where is your elder brother? Why didn't he come back with you? Sister-in-law, my brother asked me to inform you that he will be staying with Uchiha Madara all evening, so, he won't be back for dinner. Senju Tobirama answered tremblingly at this moment. Uzumaki Mito, the naturally evil Uchiha Madara. And Tobirama, didn't I tell you over and over again to keep an eye on your big brother and to stop him from interacting with that stinky man Uchiha Madara? I cooked a whole table of dishes, what should I do now? Senju Tobirama, sister-in-law, this is very difficult. Sister-in-law, you can't keep a close eye on your man, and you blame me. Also, I'm very hungry now. My brother and Uchiha Madara ran away, and I worked alone all day. I can finish all the food on this table. Uzumaki Mito, difficult? Then don't do it. Mito flips the table.jpg. At the same time Uchiha Makoto was lying on his bed. At this moment, he was in pain and happiness, and his mood was so complicated that he couldn't sleep. After these days of unremitting efforts, he successfully obtained sponsorship from the daimyo of the Land of Fire. The daimyo of the Land of Fire expressed high appreciation for Uchiha Makoto's idea of establishing a ninja village to leave a retreat for the Uchiha clan and to contain the Senju clan, and was willing to provide Uchiha Makoto with a series of support, including but not limited to financial support, site support, policy support, etc. For the daimyo, the balance of the ninja world is very important. However, Hashirama Senju's idea of gathering the Uchiha clan, establishing a ninja village, and then sweeping across the ninja world was extremely dangerous, and the daimyo was so worried about it that he couldn't even sleep well. Only, the support of the daimyo was also limited. For example, in terms of financial support, the daimyo only gave Uchiha Makoto a preliminary financial support of 1 billion taels. After all, Uchiha Makoto was still too weak at the moment, and his mouth was full of the flavor of pyramid schemes. It was impossible for the daimyo to fully support him with just threats and empty promises. 1 billion taels seems like a lot. Well, for Uchiha Makoto personally, it is indeed an astronomical figure. According to the standard that an S-level task requires a minimum of 1 million ryo, Uchiha Makoto needs to complete 1000 S-level tasks. If he took on the missions in the ninja way, he would probably have to work as a palu in the ninja world and save money until he died to earn this much money. However, for a ninja village, especially a startup ninja village that needs to spend money everywhere, this amount of money can only be regarded as a very basic starting capital. I'm really short of money, Uchiha Makoto is really troubled by this, but God has mercy on us. His efforts these days have paid off. In addition to gaining the support of the daimyo, he also gathered a third-rate ninja family, the Sato clan. The clan leader's name is Sato Kazuma, and there are only a dozen or so people in the entire family. But no matter what, the ninja village was finally successfully established. Of course this is not the most important thing, the important thing is that tonight, his system finally meets the conditions for activation. System, start. After a busy day, I work like a slave in the morning and in the afternoon. When I come back in the afternoon, I have to move to the dormitory. I have to take time to go to the gym at noon and come back to write in the evening. So tired. Having said so much, I will continue to read, collect, and vote for it. End of this chapter. Chapter 19 System, Damn You Immortal. Ninja Village Prosperity System. The more prosperous and powerful the ninja village you lead, the richer the rewards Uchiha Makoto will receive. System Activation Conditions. Become the leader of the ninja village. Conditions completed. System progress loading. 9798100 System activated. Uchiha Makoto listened to the countdown of the mechanical electronic sound beside his ears with great joy. The moment the system was turned on, he couldn't wait to open his system panel and study it carefully. After some understanding, Uchiha Makoto felt that his crappy system was as bad as the product created by a drunk man while tapping his feet. Because it has neither a fancy system check-in function, nor a system lottery function, nor a system mall function. The function of the system is as straightforward and simple as its initial introduction. The more prosperous and powerful the ninja village becomes, the greater the benefits will be to Uchiha Makoto, and his strength will also increase, and it can even be said that it will become stronger without limit. Then the system's functionality is gone. Yes, gone. Although the potential shown by the system is very high and there is no upper limit, the system does not seem to provide any effective help, and all needs Uchiha Makoto's personal efforts to achieve it. Damn, this is a lousy system. Uchiha Makoto felt helpless. The system he had spent so much effort to activate turned out to be a joke. After some mental preparation, Uchiha Makoto felt a little better. Although his system was very crudely made, at least it would not be like the black-hearted boss who made empty promises. Instead, as long as he worked hard to make the ninja village traditional Chinese strong, he would really be rewarded accordingly. At the moment the system was turned on, Uchiha Makoto clearly felt that his strength had been significantly improved. The most intuitive feeling was that his chakra and his eye power had been improved. Then Uchiha Makoto opened his personal panel. Name, Uchiha Makoto. Age, 17. Chakra attributes, Fire, Thunder, Yin. Total chakra, 2.5 card, originally 1 card. Strength, Shadow. Comment, there's a gap between shadow levels, and you're the gatekeeper. Look at your own panel. Especially when he saw the line about strength evaluation, Uchiha Makoto couldn't help but curl his lips. Does this rubbish system even know how to speak? In addition to the personal panel, Uchiha Makoto also noticed that in order to better demonstrate the prosperity of the ninja village, his dog system also specially made a ninja village panel. The ninja village panel is mainly divided into 5 parts: military, economy, politics, culture, and influence. Military nature is easy to understand. It all depends on whether your ninja village can defeat it. Translated into specific content is the number of ninjas in the ninja village, the number of ninja clans in the ninja village, the number of ninjutsu in the ninja village, and so on. The economics are simple too. The richer the ninja village is and the more abundant its financial funds are, the higher its economic index will be. Politics is reflected in the cohesion of the top leaders of the village and the integrity of the officials. Culture and influence are also easy to understand. All in all, the system requires Uchiha Makoto to work on these 5 dimensions and continuously build his own ninja village. Ah, this is a really bad start. Uchiha Makoto muttered to himself. He was originally full of expectations for his system, and was even so excited that he couldn't sleep. According to the general storyline of a time traveler activating the system, tonight should be the night when he soars to the sky. At the very least, he should awaken a pair of Mangeki Sharingan. However, it seems my system is completely malfunctioning. Special reminder, as the ninja village prospers, it will actively attract all sorts of extraordinary and high-quality talents. Every talent attracted to the ninja village is exceptionally valuable, so please make good use of this system's functions and do your utmost to build your own ninja village. Just as Uchiha Makoto was lamenting his difficult situation, he suddenly heard a mechanical electronic sound in his ears, which made him involuntarily roll over and sit up from the bed. Is the ninja village capable of attracting all kinds of extraordinary and high-quality talents? Uchiha Makoto read the warm reminder word by word. At first glance, this sentence seems to be nonsense. Well, after careful consideration, it's mostly nonsense. What does it mean? Is this the system's special warm reminder to you? Don't I know that a prosperous ninja village will attract talented people? Pa. Uchiha Makoto lay down again. Sleep, sleep, tonight is bound to be a bit sleepy. The next day, Uchiha Makoto stayed awake all night, tossing and turning until dawn, and then came to the meeting room with a faint dark circle under his eyes. Due to the current financial constraints, this conference room is rather simple, with only a row of chairs and stools. Today is the first meeting since the establishment of the ninja village. Although the ninja village he had just established only had a dozen people at most, the conference still had to be held. At this time someone was already waiting for Uchiha Makoto in the conference room. As soon as he came in, under everyone's gaze, Uchiha Makoto went straight to the main seat and sat down. Looking at the members of the ninja village in front of him, he was surprised to find that there were new people in the ninja village. There's a new face today. Are there new people here? Uchiha Makoto saw 3 unfamiliar faces. Well, actually, they were very familiar to him. Sato Kazuma stood up immediately. Master Cheng, let me introduce you. This is Hui Hui, from the Red Demon Clan, specializing in fire escape. Kazuma, please wait a moment. Please let me introduce myself. Hui Hui immediately stood up from her chair, covered her face with one hand, and began to introduce herself. My lord, my name is Hui Hui. I am the master of the most powerful attack, fire style, explosive flame ninjutsu. My ultimate fire style can collapse mountains and crack the earth. Because it is too powerful, the abyss. After posing a bunch of childish poses, Hui Hui finally sat back in her chair with satisfaction. Kazuma felt very embarrassed, but he still had to stand up and clean up Hui's mess. Master Cheng, Hui's brain seems. But I can guarantee that her explosive fire technique is really powerful. I've seen it with my own eyes. This is Aqua. She has great attainments in medical ninjutsu. This is Darkness, born into a noble family in the land of fire, but she was determined to become a ninja. After her unremitting efforts, she finally became a taijutsu ninja. Listening to the introduction in my ear. Ah, so this is what the system's friendly reminder meant last night. The current situation isn't that bad after all. Uchiha Makoto showed an expression of sudden enlightenment on his face. It seems that his system is not that bad. End of this chapter. Chapter 20. The Tulip Scam begins. It turns out that the system's special warm reminder last night was that the ninja village will actively attract all kinds of extraordinary and high-quality talents. What the hell? That's what I mean. Can your own ninja village attract outstanding talents from all over the world with the help of the system? Interesting. What a twist, what a twist. Uchiha Makoto was originally exhausted because his dog system was too rubbish. He was so upset that he couldn't sleep all night. He even had the idea of disbanding the ninja village and running away with the money. The daimyo still has some funds left. If he doesn't continue to invest these funds in the bottomless pit of ninja village construction, but chooses to run away with the money, Uchiha Makoto can also live a comfortable life in this ninja world. That's hundreds of millions of taels. It is enough for Uchiha Makoto to live a comfortable life. What about the future of the ninja world, the Moon Eye Project, and Kagaya Atsutsuki? These have nothing to do with him, and the timeline is still very early. Although it is a bit embarrassing for the time traveler, this rubbish system does not provide any help and expects me to build a powerful ninja village from scratch. How easy is this? Moreover, the opponents that Uchiha Makoto has to face are Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. As their ninja village rivals, Uchiha Makoto is in awe. Even Senju Tobirama has to keep his distance from him. But things are different now. When he first met Sato Kazuma, Uchiha Makoto felt that he was familiar, but he just thought it was a coincidence. Now the foursome is gathered. Kazuma, Aqua, Hui, and Darkness are the ninja world's version of the devilish foursome of Maroku. The future of my ninja village is bright. There are so many talented people. Uchiha Makoto was a little excited. Although Kazuma is a loser in combat, he has a very good brain. He was able to defeat the Demon King with 3 losers. His ability is unquestionable. He is a management and contracting talent. Uchiha Makoto plans to make Kazuma his deputy. Hui masters a super powerful explosive ninjutsu that can cause large-scale explosion damage with one shot. Well, although it is only one shot, for a ninjutsu of this level, one shot is actually enough at a critical moment. Darkness became a taijutsu ninja in the ninja world. As for physical skills, she is weak in this ninja world. However, considering Darkness's unusual personal hobby, the 8 Gates ninjutsu should be very suitable for her. As for Aqua, as the saying goes, it is difficult to share adversity, but easy to share wealth. Now the ninja village is in a difficult time of starting a business. She is a treasure girl. In the original work, even if she has fallen to the point of sleeping in the stable with her companion Kazuma, she will not abandon her companion. I really want to kick her out of the ninja village. Of course, this is just a joke. Although Aqua is a bit of a scoundrel, it is undeniable that her healing skills are really strong, even to the point of being able to resurrect people. If converted into the medical ninjutsu of the ninja world, it must be very powerful. Master Cheng, you told me that the ninja village is just beginning and we are eager to recruit talented people. We must not let go of any outstanding talents we encounter. I happened to meet these 3 outstanding talents, so I took the initiative to bring them back to contribute to the development of the ninja village. Seeing that Uchiha Makoto was silent, Kazuma quickly spoke. He thought Uchiha Makoto was dissatisfied with his own self-determination. These 3 girls all have special skills, although, well, Kazuma always feels that something is a little bit wrong. Kazuma, you did great. In the future, if you encounter outstanding talents, you must bring them back promptly. To commend you, I will immediately promote you to the second-in-command of the ninja village. Uchiha Makoto came back to his senses, the corners of his mouth curled up and a smile appeared on his face. Kazuma, you did a great job. Next time you meet the Lich sister, remember to bring her back to the ninja village. The meeting begins now. After the introductions, Uchiha Makoto began today's meeting. The ninja village's first 5-year plan. Uchiha Makoto ambitiously began to draw the blueprint for his own ninja village. Although his ninja village is still relatively weak, he must set great goals. In the 5 aspects of military, politics, economy, culture, and influence, none of them can be left behind. In short, we must first paint a big picture. First of all, military, the ninja village competes on the quality of the ninja. We must try to attract as many ninja clans as possible, with the big ninja clans first. If they don't come, we will switch to the small ninja clans. The second thing is the economy. Off stage, Kazuma was writing and drawing in his notebook very seriously, but Uchiha Makoto was Uchiha and had very good eyesight. Kazuma was immune to the empty promises and while he appeared to be taking notes, he was actually doodling in his notebook. Huai's blood boiled when she heard this. Aqua was drowsy. Darkness was fine, she was taking notes seriously. Everyone, do you have any good suggestions regarding the construction of the ninja village? Uchiha Makoto finished his speech and the discussion session began. Kazuma stood up and brought up a very adult topic. Master Cheng, funds are tight right now. Attracting ninjas to join the ninja village is essential. There is also economic development and investment attraction. Uchiha Makoto had a headache so much that he covered his face. Funding was a major problem. Various construction projects in the village had already started, and funds were flowing out like water. Nearly half of the 10 billion taels has been burned. The most important thing now is that a large amount of funds is needed to fill the gap, and there is probably no hope from the daimyo of the fire country recently, so the funding problem must be solved by ourselves. Master Cheng, I can actually help with the village's development. My father has a group of business friends. As long as the village offers sufficient business incentives, I believe they would be willing to invest in the shinobi village. Darkness, who was taking notes seriously, raised her hand, intending to use her father's connections to inject investment into the ninja village. As long as funds come in, the economy of the ninja village will become active, and then it will attract more people. Once people start to gather together, they will drive more economy and more investment. The positive cycle of the ninja village will be established. Oh, that's great, Darkness. Uchiha Makoto was very excited. After all, the main purpose of today's meeting was to paint a rosy picture and it would not solve any substantive problems. But he did not expect that there would be an unexpected surprise. Darkness was also a noble in this ninja world. In that case, I'll write a letter to inform my father. Also, Master Cheng may need you to attend a reception in person later. As for the gift, you can use the recently popular tulips. Darkness said this, but was suddenly interrupted by Uchiha Makoto. Wait a minute. You mean tulips? Uchiha Makoto heard the name of a familiar flower. Another day of being a beast of burden. Please read on, give monthly tickets, and collect. End of this chapter. Chapter 21 The Ming Jean buys tulips. Chapter 21 The famous young lady buys tulips. Tulip, an inexplicable look appeared on Uchiha Makoto's face, as if he had discovered a new world. He didn't expect to hear this familiar name in the ninja world. The bubbles blown up by tulips were well known in Blue Star in the previous life. Darkness, please explain this tulip in detail. Yes, Lord Chief. Although Darkness didn't understand why Uchiha Makoto cared so much about tulips, she still told him everything she knew about tulips. After all, this is not a state secret. You can find out the whole story by just asking around in the aristocratic circle. Although there are still a lot of unruly people in the Fire Nation who cannot even get enough food every day, the nobles of the Fire Nation have long been accustomed to the boring life of fine clothes and delicious food. As the saying goes, poor people play with cars, rich people play with bitches. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, these wealthy Fire Nation nobles have moved away from material pursuits and are now pursuing spiritual satisfaction. But they've long been tired of ordinary antiques, collectibles, and bitches. They prefer to pursue something different and are in urgent need of something that others don't have, something that can inadvertently let others know that they are both cultured and wealthy. Tulip, a flower that comes from a small island far away overseas. Its flowers bloom like a crown, its stems are straight like swords, and even its roots are shaped like gold ingots. More importantly, this flower is very difficult to cultivate. It takes 7 years for the seeds to grow into rhizomes after being planted, and after growing into rhizomes, it takes another 8 months for them to bloom. It perfectly meets the needs of the nobles of the Fire Nation. Although tulips are currently only popular among a small number of Fire Nation nobles, it is only a matter of time before they spread to the entire Fire Nation nobility and even to all the nobles in the ninja world. I see. Uchiha Makoto supported his chin with his hands crossed, raised the corners of his mouth, and showed a confident smile on his face. As expected, the celestial dragons in every world are similar, even this ninja world is no exception. It's great to want to do something different after having enough food and drink. You have money, and I need money. Make money, make money. I am now convinced that I have hit upon a method which is both extremely safe and extremely profitable. It's a pity that the plan is a bit complicated and this place is too small to write it down. Uchiha Makoto originally wanted to follow the rules and make money in a more stable way, but if he could make some quick money, he would not give up such a good opportunity. Let the tulip bubble blow up in this ninja world. Master Cheng, you don't want to try your hand at the tulip business, do you? Kazuma guessed Uchiha Makoto's idea at the first moment, but he was essentially just a native of the ninja world, not a time traveler from an island country. He couldn't figure out how to make money from tulips in a short period of time. Yes. But the time is not yet ripe, we need to speed up. Accelerate. Yes, I need to make the tulips resound throughout the entire aristocratic circle in the shortest possible time. Uchiha Makoto said this. Tulips are currently only spread among a small number of aristocratic circles. How can this be possible? He was not worried that the tulip bubble would not blow up in the ninja world, because the greed in human nature would not change in any world. Uchiha Makoto just felt that since he had chosen to make quick money, he had to make a lot of money. What was the point of being timid? If you are afraid, don't play. If you play, don't be afraid. The more players in the money game, the better. But this is also very difficult to do. Kazuma frowned. As a ninja, he was actually indifferent to tulips, a luxury item circulated among the nobles. However, his experience as a ninja told him that it was not easy to make the name of tulips resound throughout the ninja world. Kazuma, use your brain. I've always had high hopes for you. Let me give you a sample. Do you like listening to stories? Uchiha Makoto looked at Kazuma. Kazuma's personality and behavior were exactly the same as the devilish Kazuma in his memory. It was just that his identity as a native of the ninja world restricted him. With just a little inspiration, he would be able to develop his potential. Listen to it once in a while. Then I have a story called, A Daimyo Buys Tulips. Speaking of which, the daimyo of the Fire Nation actually loves tulips very much, but he's long since tired of the usual yellow and white tulips. So, he wants to see tulips of a different color. To this end, the daimyo even spent a fortune to buy such rare tulips in the Fire Nation. Unfortunately, after a whole year, the daimyo has found nothing. At this time, a minor official under the daimyo stepped forward and swore on his life that he would complete the daimyo's task. The daimyo then agreed and gave him the task. In less than a month, this official discovered a red and white mutant tulip in the Fire Nation. However, the tulip was almost withered. However, the official still paid 3 million taels to buy it. He brought the nearly withered tulip back to the Fire Nation capital to meet with the daimyo. Upon seeing the withered tulip, the daimyo flew into a rage. I want a tulip in full bloom. Are you trying to fool me by spending 3 million taels on this nearly withered tulip? The official said confidently, Your Highness, the 1 million taels I spent on this tulip will not be in vain. Soon the whole ninja world will know that you truly love tulips, and you are not stingy with your money to buy even the rare tulips that are about to wither. It won't be long before countless people will present tulips to your highness. Later, just as the petty official had said, a month later the daimyo harvested several exquisite tulips. Uchiha Makoto was talking until his mouth was dry, and a magical adaptation of the ninja world, 1,000 gold to buy a 1,000-mile horse, was freshly released. Every move of the daimyo is watched by countless people. The king of Chu loves a thin waist, and many people in the palace starve to death. What goes up must follow. Coupled with the upper ninja world's version of buying tulips with a large sum of money, the power it exerts is more than just 1+1. Let this ninja world feel the shock of journalism. He and the daimyo are in their honeymoon period, and the daimyo would not mind doing him such a small favor. Uchiha Makoto could even ask the daimyo to join in this deal. Anyway, it's profitable to cut leeks, and the leeks cut are those of the nobles. The daimyo is full of dissatisfaction with those nobles. They form cliques for personal gain and evade taxes. Just cut them to death. Good story. Kazuma swallowed hard as he spoke, feeling as though a bunch of very strange knowledge suddenly burst into his brain. End of this chapter. Chapter 22 Making Money ISN and 039T Shameful. Chapter 22 Making Money Isn't Shameful. Please add to your favorites, follow the story, and vote with monthly tickets. Good story. Kazuma is very talented. I was fascinated by Uchiha Makoto's little story, and a lot of strange knowledge seemed to appear in my mind out of thin air. A brand new door was opening for him. Kazuma had no doubt about the power of Uchiha Makoto's move. The story that the daimyo initially spent a large sum of money to obtain tulips, and went through many twists and turns before purchasing the precious tulips, once spread in the Land of Fire, would almost immediately detonate the tulip market in the Land of Fire. What does it mean to calculate the price by the plant? If the nobles from the neighboring wind country find out, they'll think I, a noble from the fire country, have fallen on hard times. Give me another room. I want to fill every room in the house. This is a good thing that all the famous people are longing for, and those old money people who claim to be the trendsetters in the cultural world will definitely not miss it. The wealthy nobles of the Fire Nation would probably line up and spend a lot of money to buy tulips. Can't buy it, then you can only pay more money to buy it. The current price of tulips on the market is still low. If you stock up a batch now and wait until the price goes up, you can definitely make a profit. Increasing it 4, 5, or even 10 times is not a problem. I understand, Master Cheng. I'll go stock up on a large batch of tulips right away. Kazuma said this with a flushed face, feeling that a bright future was waiting for him. It's too small, the pattern is too small. Kazuma, your thoughts are still, let me enlighten you one more time. Uchiha Makoto shook his head. Kazuma's vision is still too narrow, and you need me to enlighten you again. The operation of buying low and selling high is really too simple. As long as you grasp the information gap in the market, it is not difficult at all. Anyone can do it. Even a dog can do it. Of course it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that the profits earned cannot satisfy Uchiha Makoto. The selling point of tulips is that they look good and are rare. Therefore, due to the long planting time and difficult planting conditions, there are not many tulips on the market. Even if Uchiha Makoto tried his best to raise the price of tulips several times or even dozens of times, the total number of tulips is still scarce, and this is a difficulty that cannot be avoided. In order to make money by cutting leeks, they had no choice but to continue to speculate on the price of tulips. But the price of tulips is too high. The nobles of the Fire Nation are not fools. They will not be so stupid as to spend their food money on a bunch of flowers. Moreover, these hypocritical insects may intervene when they see that tulips are profitable. Then their own profit margin will be reduced again. So it is absolutely impossible to make money by simply buying tulips low and selling them high. Then, what Master Ching means is, we should definitely stock up on tulips now and sell them when the price skyrockets. However, tulips are scarce. So even if we speculate on them, the money we can earn is very limited. So what we really need to connect with is the primary market, that is, the tulip growers. This is the main objective of our operation, and the secret to making big money. But, Lord Cheng, tulips take too long to grow, and the growing conditions are difficult. Large-scale cultivation would require a lot of resources, which is not an easy thing to do. Uchiha Makoto smiled. He didn't plan to make money by growing tulips. This method is too slow and takes a long time, often several years. By the time a new batch of tulips is planted, the popular things in the Fire Nation aristocratic circles will have changed several times. By that time, the daylily will be out of fashion, and even Akashi will not be able to catch up. Of course it can't be such a stupid method. We don't need to plant tulips. We just need to sign a contract with the tulip farmers and agree on the price of the next batch of tulips in advance. No matter how much the market price of tulips is, we will purchase them at the price in the contract. We can also give them a deposit in advance as a guarantee. In this way, we will have a large number of orders for tulips, and what we are selling are the tulips of the future. Uchiha Makoto was saying this, and then Kazuma understood what Uchiha Makoto meant in an instant, stood up happily, and said loudly, "Oh, I understand, I understand. Master Cheng, what you're saying is that when the tulip market is booming, many people from the Fire Nation will rush into the market, but tulips are scarce. At that time, we can simply take out the tulip contracts, and there will definitely be people willing to pay extra to buy the contracts we signed with the flower farmers. At that time, we can completely transform the tulip trading market into a tulip contract trading market. We won't even need to grow tulips, we can just sell the contracts directly. Ha ha ha. Kazuma danced excitedly and had a very devilish smile on his face. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Ha ha ha, by then we can even work with the daimyo to forge a fake contract. Those people who have been blinded by profit won't care about that anyway. Kazuma even learned to draw inferences from one instance and even thought of things like forging a contract. Although it's illegal, but making money is not shameful. Yes, that's right, any commodity transaction will become extremely crazy once it moves from reality to virtuality. It is obviously just a piece of paper, but you can earn double, triple, or even several times the profit just by reselling it. Anyone will get lost in such a fast transaction. These people who are blinded by interests have lost the ability to think rationally at this time. They will not go to the site for field inspection and confirm the authenticity of the contract with the flower farmers. They will only buy, and then sell, always believing that someone will take over until the bubble bursts and they will become the final buyer. Therefore, if the daimyo helps, it is not impossible to mix the forged contracts with the real contracts for sale. Anyway, when the carnival is over and the bubble bursts, the value of these contracts will be no different from that of blank pieces of paper. Besides, there is no chance that someone would come to his ninja village with a contract, so he would have to kill them. Ha ha ha, Kazuma, you're just like me. You can even think of such a bad method. Uchiha Makoto looked at the devilish Kazuma, and an extremely satisfied look appeared on his face. Kazuma seemed to be a good comrade who could handle great responsibilities. He can already imagine the future of his ninja village, which will be full of talented people. Everywhere is full of vitality and everything is competing to develop. I work every day during the summer vacation and have various things to do, so I only have time at night. Alas, I'm asking for collection, reading and monthly votes every day. End of this chapter. Chapter 23. The Ninja Village era has begun. This is the best era, but it will also be the worst era. On the day that Uchiha Makoto made up his mind to blow up the tulip bubble in the ninja world, he asked Kazuma to act as a messenger and take darkness to the capital of the Land of Fire. As for why Kazuma didn't bring Aqua and Hui Hui along, everyone knew it. If these two talented people went with him, who knows what kind of trouble they would cause. Uchiha Makoto himself stayed in the ninja village headquarters because he had some more important things to do. For example, recruiting ninjas is one of the current key projects. But the progress was not smooth. In the ninja circle, the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan are two very popular families. The 1,000-year-old feud between the two families is well known among the ninjas. Now the two families suddenly shake hands and unite to form an alliance to establish a ninja village. All the ninja clans, big and small, are extremely concerned about this. Family alliances are actually not uncommon in the ninja world. For example, the three famous families of Pig, Deer and Butterfly, in order to consolidate their alliance, they moved their family territories together and distributed them in a triangular shape. Not only that, the Pig, Deer and Butterfly tribes also let the younger generations of the family live together since childhood to cultivate feelings and develop tacit understanding, and even arrange for members of the three families to carry out tasks together. But that's all. The concept of ninja village promoted by Hashirama Senju is more extensive than the family alliance and is extremely ambitious. The benefits of the ninja clan continuing to exist in the form of a ninja village are obvious. The ninja clan's ability to resist risks is greatly improved. However, there are many small ninja clans in the ninja world with only a dozen people. A ninja war may lead to a lack of young men in the family, and the family may fall into a negative vicious cycle, and eventually the family will completely decline. Of course, it's not without disadvantages. Ninjas have always been famous for their discipline and obedience to orders. When a ninja clan joins a ninja village, the clan members will have to face a question: will you obey the orders of the clan leader or the orders of the ninja village chief? If the ninja clan joins someone else's ninja village, they will need to make necessary compromises and lose a certain degree of autonomy. Moreover, in the Warring States period, each ninja clan was a competitor for tasks, and they would fight to the death to receive high-paying tasks. As time went on, big and small grudges continued to accumulate. Who doesn't have a few enemies? The longer the ninja clan existed, the more enemies it had. Living under the same roof of a ninja village with enemies, it was difficult not to sharpen your sword in the middle of the night. Now that Hashirama Senju was the first to propose the concept of a ninja village, it attracted the attention of many ninja clans, including some with a keen sense of smell who had keenly noticed the changes of the times. It seems that fighting in this ninja world as a ninja clan unit is not feasible, and we must unite as much as possible. After all, to survive in this world, we need background and power. Now that these two behemoth families have united, can their families still survive in this ninja world on its own? Can you fight? It's useless to beat him. No matter how good you are at fighting, you can still defeat the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan. And they have joined forces. Although the ninjas of this era have always been known for being old-fashioned and stubborn, they can also become flexible and tactful when faced with major events involving the survival of the family. Pragmatism is a must-try. The era of ninja villages has begun. The powerful ninja clan is ambitious and wants to emulate the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan to establish a ninja village. They want to take the initiative in the future ninja village era. The small ninja clan does not have the strength to establish a ninja village, so they wait for the right price. They must first sell themselves for a good price and find a good future for their family. Rejected again. Hayaga clan, just wait for me. Inoshikacho, you just wait. Saratobi clan, Shimura clan, Midaman clan, Yudatan clan. Konoha's F4, right? You just wait too. Uchiha Makoto's current process of recruiting ninjas is not going smoothly. With the mentality of giving it a try every time, he sent invitations to all the ninja clans he was familiar with, inviting them to join his ninja village. In order to package the ninja village better, Uchiha Makoto also gave his ninja village a nice name, Akatsuki. Shaonin village has a good meaning, it symbolizes the newborn East Dawn. The purpose of Akatsuki village is to unite the ninja clan, build a community of shared destiny for the ninja clan, and achieve peace in the ninja world through mutual benefit and assistance. Although all of these were plagiarized by Uchiha Makoto, it is undeniable that Uchiha Makoto is really working hard to make a big plan, and is spreading positive energy in the ninja world bit by bit. For the sake of peace in the ninja world, please join the Akatsuki village. But these ninjas are very realistic. When I first heard the name Uchiha Makoto, I was very enthusiastic. Uchiha clan, could it be that the ninja village established by the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan sent someone to write a letter specifically to invite their family to join their ninja village? Then you must seize the opportunity and strive to join the ninja village family as soon as possible and make your own contribution to the peace of the ninja world. They are also a family famous for their eye techniques, that is, the Hayaga clan with the Byakugan. They immediately sent people to Akatsuki village for an on-site investigation, but after some understanding, it turns out that Uchiha Makoto had already separated from the Uchiha clan a long time ago and chose to establish his own ninja village. Uchiha Makoto, aren't you lying? I admit that Uchiha Makoto, your strength is indeed quite good. Even 3 or 5 jonin together may not be your opponent. But, as for the number of jonin like this, we, the Hayaga clan, can add a 0 at the end. The Hayaga ninja thought so in his heart, and then decisively rejected Uchiha Makoto's invitation. Chief Ching, we, the Hayaga clan, appreciate your kindness. We will continue to consider the matter of our Hayaga clan joining your ninja village for a while. Of course, his attitude was still very good. At least he was polite, which well demonstrated the proper attitude of a bloodline ninja clan. Think about it for a while, the meaning of this refusal is very clear. Even if the deal fails, there is still friendship, and everyone should give the other party some dignity. Although Uchiha Makoto was very unhappy with the Hayaga clan's realism, he only cursed them verbally to satisfy his own desire, and he could understand the Hayaga clan in his heart. Even if you go to the factory to work like a slave, you still have to consider the hourly wage, whether there are 5 insurances and 1 fund, whether there are 2 days off a week, and whether there is triple pay for working on holidays. Although you probably won't get any of these if you work like a slave, you can choose not to go. The same is true for the Hayaga clan. Regarding which ninja village the Hayaga clan will settle in, this is a major event that affects the Hayaga clan's future for 100 years. How can it be decided casually? They must find a ninja village whose strength and treatment match the Hayaga clan status. There is such a thing as love and satisfaction. Maybe I can only think about it when I am dreaming. End of this chapter. Chapter 24 Fortune changes every 3 years. Never underestimate a young person and 039's potential. Chapter 24 Fortune changes every 30 years. Never underestimate a young person's potential. Please read, add to your favorites, and vote with monthly tickets. Things change over time. Don't look down on the young and poor. If you ignore me today, I will make you unattainable tomorrow. Uchiha Makoto frowned, sat in his chair without saying a word, his face terribly gloomy. He was in a very bad mood right now, not only because he was not successful in recruiting the ninja clan. Well, it was completely because he was not successful in recruiting the ninja clan. Since being repeatedly rejected by the great ninja clan, Uchiha Makoto has begun to recognize this cruel reality. The Akatsuki village is still too weak to attract those ninja clans that possess secret techniques and bloodline limits, so he began to lower his sights and set his sights on some unknown small ninja clans in the ninja world. In fact, these small ninja villages are the mainstream ninja families in the ninja world. Those large families with secret techniques and bloodlines are still a minority in the ninja world. But who doesn't have dreams? It's just that Uchiha Makoto's dream was temporarily shattered. Some small ninja clans have shown great interest in Akatsuki village and have already sent people to the ninja village. If their family strength chooses to go to a large ninja village, they will not be ranked in the large ninja village at all, but if they go to a ninja village like Akatsuki village, they will be the backbone. It is better to be the head of a chicken than the tail of a phoenix, but there were also some small ninjas that greatly annoyed Uchiha Cheng. It was a small family that had difficulty in finding one or two senior ninjas, but such a small ninja clan actually looked down on him. Just refuse. He even mocked himself. You, Akatsuki village, are not qualified to talk about peace in the ninja world. The peace in the ninja world is at stake. I can clean their teeth by myself. Uchiha Makoto really wanted to rush into the homes of these ignorant young ninjas and kill them all, but he still held back. Now this stall. If I get angry and run to someone else's house to kill someone after being rejected as a ninja, I will have no chance of staying in the ninja world if this reputation gets out. Just bear with it for now. There will always be a chance for reckoning in the future. Uchiha Makoto has already written down the names of those young ninja families who mocked him in his diary. Hey, starting a business is hard. If you have money, you should be able to. You can just throw money at them. Throw them hard, until they're dizzy, and I'll give them 5 billion to settle them down. Uchiha Makoto sighed and imagined the scene after he became rich. His own Akatsuki village is definitely not as strong as Konoha and cannot attract those big ninja clans, but the situation will be different if he has money. Just spending money can create a great ninja clan. After all, the great ninja clan ran to a big ninja village like Konoha for a better life, and more mission shares actually mean money. According to the time, Kazuma and the others should have arrived at the Fire Nation capital. I hope everything goes well. With the money I've made from this bunch of leaks, all the problems I've encountered can be easily solved. Any problem that can be solved with money is not a problem. Uchiha Makoto muttered to himself, then stood up from his chair and stretched, then glanced at Aqua, who was drowsy. Aqua, stop being lazy. At the banquet last night, you promised me when you were drunk that you would contribute all your medical ninjutsu and experience in medical ninjutsu to the ninja village. Don't worry. The village organization will not forget your contribution. From now on, you will be the nominal head of the Akatsuki village medical department. Your name will spread throughout the ninja world along with the strength of Akatsuki village. Perhaps in the years to come, you will even be hailed as a goddess because of this achievement. Uchiha Ching just kept talking nonsense. Aqua, this is cheating. This is all my hard work. Aqua clung to Makoto Uchiha's leg, crying like a baby. Such a high-level medical ninjutsu was just tricked away by Makoto Uchiha. But Uchiha Makoto had no mercy on her. He pinched her ear and pulled her back to her seat, now and immediately. Write a textbook on how to become a medical ninja in 3 years and a medical master in 5 years. Yes. While Uchiha Makoto was recruiting ninjas, he did not forget to discover Aqua and Hui Hui, who appeared because of the system. Hui's family-inherited explosive flame release is indeed powerful, and the power of one shot is comparable to that of the tailed beast ball, but due to insufficient chakra, Hui Hui can only use one shot. Moreover, according to Hui's description, the requirements for learning burst flame release are extremely high. No one in the entire Red Demon clan has learned this ninjutsu for a long time, so long that the family has given up on this ninjutsu. However, Hui gave up the time to learn other ninjutsu and physical skills, and spent a huge amount of time to learn burst flame release. If I could equip Hui with a tailed beast, well, with a tailed beast, the exploding flame release seems to become useless, and the tailed beast will release the tailed beast ball by itself. In addition to Hui, there is of course Aqua. Although she always behaves like a loser who only knows how to make a living, she is a goddess. Don't treat bean buns as dry food. Aqua uses resurrection magic as frequently as she drinks water. Even the severely weakened ninja world Aqua's attainments in medical ninjutsu are only comparable to Tsunade plus, but because she doesn't have the physique of the Senju clan, she can't be like Tsunade, a violent nurse who can both fight and heal. However, Aqua, who specializes in medical ninjutsu, is enough to support the future medical ninja system of Akatsuki village. Although it is still too early to plan these things, the Rabbit Country in the previous life started planning great projects including but not limited to the 2 bombs and 1 satellite, high-speed rail, etc. when it was extremely poor. It is not a bad thing to think longer term. The capital of the Fire Nation. Kazuma and Darkness traveled all the way to the capital of the Land of Fire. After handing over the business card, a fat attendant came out from the palace gate to receive them. The two were taken to the reception room and sat down after a brief greeting. Kazuma stated his purpose, then took out a thick red envelope from his pocket and quietly handed it over. It is easier to deal with the King of Hell than with the little devils. If the problem can be solved with money, just use money to solve it. It is necessary to maintain a good relationship with these attendants around the daimyo. As we all know, the size of an individual's power is often closely related to the distance from the person who holds the highest power. The boss's personal secretary is often more powerful than the manager. Kazuma is very open about this. This is a way to achieve great things with little money. This time we are here on behalf of Akatsuki village to discuss important matters with the daimyo. The attendant immediately narrowed his eyes and smiled, his eyes becoming more eager. His Highness has already given instructions that if an envoy from Lord Chin comes to visit, he must be reported immediately. Please wait here, Lord Kazuma. His Highness will be here soon. Please collect, read and vote for me. End of this chapter. Chapter 25 Daimyo, no way, are you guys in Akatsuki village doing something so big? Chapter 25 Daimyo, no way, "Are you guys in Akatsuki village doing something so big?" The daimyo of the Land of Fire looked at the calligraphy in front of him and slowly copied it. The midday sun fell on him, very warm, and his body and mind were extremely relaxed. Whenever something bothers him, the daimyo always adjusts his mood in this way. Writing can help you calm down. So who is causing trouble for daimyo? No doubt it is the innately evil Hashirama Senju. The theory of the threat posed by Hashirama Senju that Uchiha Makoto had been promoting had already taken root in the daimyo's heart, and was now beginning to sprout. Konoha has now entered the next stage, gathering the ninja clan. According to reliable intelligence, in just a few months, more than one powerful ninja clan in the ninja world intends to join Konoha, the Hyuga clan, the Sarutobi clan, and the Shinmura clan founded by Senju Hashirama. There will be more and more in the future. This caused the daimyo to feel deeply worried. Suddenly daimyo concentrated his mind and cleared all thoughts from his head. He took a deep breath and began to twist his wrist as he exhaled, and his pen moved like a dragon. Work diligently, love the people, govern with integrity, and achieve harmony among the people. Well, your handwriting is pretty good today. Daimyo narrowed his eyes and admired it for a while. His handwriting today was better than usual, and he felt much better. Then he told the attendant who had been standing by to put the paper away. "Your Highness, Lord Cheng has sent an envoy to discuss an important matter." Daimyo nodded, then walked out of the room and went to the reception room to see Kazuma sitting on the sofa waiting. When Kazuma saw the daimyo dressed in gorgeous clothes, he immediately stood up and saluted. "Your Highness, Master Cheng, let me say hello to you." "Well, I understand. Don't be shy, sit down and talk." The daimyo was a respectable man and he was always gentle towards the ninjas who served him. The Akatsuki village founded by Uchiha Makoto will be a powerful weapon for him to balance Konoha in the future. The ninja village cannot have a situation where one company dominates the market. The ninja world needs balance. After a brief greeting, the two began to get to the point. The daimyo has always been concerned about the progress of Uchiha Makoto's current ninja village construction. In response to the daimyo's question, Kazuma immediately understood. "I'll say whatever you want to hear. Everything is under control. The construction of the ninja village is progressing steadily and improving. Please rest assured, daimyo, everything is under control." Although Akatsuki village's progress in recruiting ninjas is slow at present, Kazuma has very high personal qualities and is still bragging about his reputation without any shame. Everything is under control. The only drawback now is lack of funding. If the daimyo is willing to grant a special grant of 100 billion taels of funding, everything will be fine in Akatsuki village. Even those great ninjas who originally looked down on Akatsuki village will visit Uchiha Makoto and ask to join Akatsuki village immediately. It's really a competition if you have money. Who wouldn't be confused by being given 5 billion taels of silver as a settlement allowance just for entering the village? Of course, if such a number were to be revealed, the daimyo would expel Kazuma without hesitation. Robbing money. Do you know how much money the country invests in the war budget every year? However, Kazuma still stated the funding needs. After all, Akatsuki village is really short of money now. The daimyo nodded and stretched out 5 fingers, indicating that he could continue to add 500 million taels of funding support. This number is not small. In fact, the current liquid funds on the accounts of a major ninja clan in the ninja world are about this number. However, Akatsuki village aspires to become a powerful village in the ninja world, and this amount of money is far from satisfying Uchiha Makoto's appetite. Therefore, given the current pleasant atmosphere with Makoto, he explained the purpose of his visit. "Your Highness, I'm actually here for a business deal. This is a huge business and requires your help, Your Highness, as well as your financial support." As Kazuma said this, the daimyo frowned, somewhat surprised by what Kazuma said. In the eyes of the daimyo, Uchiha Makoto and Sato Kazuma in front of him are all ninjas. Ninjas have relied on taking missions to make a living since ancient times, and the money from the missions is actually not worth mentioning at all for the nobles. What big business can these ninjas have? "Your Highness, have you ever heard of tulips?" "Heard about it. Our business is tulips." Kazuma's lips curled up, a smile appeared on his face, and Hajime vividly described his plan for the tulip bubble. He was very eloquent and a few words aroused the daimyo's interest. "First, we need the cooperation of the daimyo to make tulips known to the aristocratic community. To this end, Lord Makoto has formulated a plan to buy tulips for a huge sum of money." "Interesting, hyping up tulips. What a genius idea." Daimyo couldn't help but touch his beard, looking more and more interested. He had no doubt about the feasibility of implementing this plan. The daimyo was only too aware of the rotten morals of those nobles. Years ago, because of a well-written article, a group of hypocritical nobles in the capital city started to compete and imitate elegance. Everyone was praising it. If you don't follow the trend and don't fit in, it means that your taste is very low and you are not worthy of playing with people in our circle. So everyone was praising this article, copying it day and night, and not only that, they also paid others to copy it with them, under the beautiful name of feeling the elegance together. This farce eventually caused the price of paper to increase several times. Facing Tulip, as long as he cooperates with Uchiha Makoto's plan, those nobles will probably repeat the same mistakes. This business is indeed good, but it's far from as exaggerated as you say. Daimyo shook his head and said, "It seems that this business can only make a few hundred million or even more than 10 billion at best. Although this amount of money is indeed not a small amount, it is still far from enough to shock Daimyoji. No, Your Highness, this is not over yet. Tulips are just a hook. The most crucial part is the second half. Before the tulip price skyrockets, we'll sign a contract with the flower farmers. Then, when the tulip price skyrockets, we'll spread the news and start trading contracts. We'll use the constant turnover rate and huge profits to attract customers. By then, I'm afraid the nobles and merchants of the Fire Nation, and even the entire ninja world, will go crazy for this." The daimyo of the Land of Fire took a deep breath and was deeply surprised by Uchiha Makoto's boldness. He was really scared. This kind of gameplay has never appeared in this era. He can't even imagine how many people will participate once such a money game starts. He had no doubt about the greed of the insects. It's not just the nobles, but also the businessmen. These people are born with an endless pursuit of profit. As long as the profit is enough, there is nothing they dare not do, even if it will end in a mess. And it is precisely because the daimyo of the Fire Nation understands the nature of this group of people that he thinks more deeply. How should this money game end after it ends? End of this chapter.
Hi guys. I made a paid service in Telegram where you will find a great collection of fanfiction audiobooks organized and regularly updated. What you get? An unlimited access to the full audiobook library. New fanfiction audiobooks added regularly. You can play audios directly from Telegram anytime. Joining our service is available through a monthly subscription of $5. You can pay using PayPal or Ko-fi. So what are you waiting for? Send me a message on Telegram or Discord. I will provide the payment details. After the payment is confirmed, you will receive access to the private Telegram channel containing all audiobooks. If you enjoy fanfiction and prefer listening instead of reading, this library is made for you. Message me anytime to join.